Any problems? Please contact our viewers hotline.
Mae'n edrych yn debyg I fod yn mynd I ofod wneud newid sydyn. Dyma ni. A dyna welliant.
Screwfix Sprint, yn noddi pêl-droed ar S4C.
Pwy fydd yn codi Cwpan Cymru tymor yma? Mae'r bala yn y rownd derfynol yn barod. Mae'r Seintiau Newydd a Pen-y-bont sy'n cwrdd pnawn yma yn gobeithio ymuno gyda nhw. Ac i'r ddau, nath gwrdd yn y rownd derfynol llynedd hefyd. Maen nhw'n gwybod, mae dim ond un ohonyn nhw fydd yno lenni.
Williams, ydy am fynd I hun. Williams! Sut I agor y sgorio mewn rownd derfynol. Mae fewn eto, a mae Williams wedi gwneud I eto. Nawr, te, di hwnna'n dweud cosgotyn. Gwyddoch chi be mae. Y gŵr sydd wedi gymaint o wahaniaeth i'r Seintiau tymor yma. A da chi'n teimlo bod I ar ben y bont. A mae Roberts yn dod, yn I ffwnioi. I fynd ymlaen nawr. Mae'r cyniad wedi gael yr hoi! O mae'n dau I fwy, a mae Jeffries yn rhoi gobaith I Pen-y-bont. Os a un cyfle arall, Whitmore, Marriott oedd I fewn. Nawr te, Roberts yn dod allan. O, mae wedi cael ei fwylo I ddim yn apeli am Dickos Scotti. Fe gafodd o'r bêl yn do. Fe gafodd o'r bêl. Dio ddim yn chwythu am Dickos Scotti. Mae'n chwythu I orffen y gêm.
Pen-y-bont yn erbyn y Seintiau Newydd yn y rownd derfynol tymor diwetha yn cwrdd yn y gyngrair wythnos diwetha. Gêm gyfartal oedd honna y perfformiadau a'r gêm y cyfartal. Di Pen-y-bont erioed wedi ennill yn erbyn y Seintiau. Mae'n ysywyn wir bod popeth da'n dod I ben. Mae rai bod y gwrthwyneb yn gywir hefyd. Ond mae'n braf bod nôl fan hyn. Parc Waun Dew, cartre clwb pêl-droed Caerfyrddin. Hyfryd bod fan hyn, hyfryd croesawu Owain Tudur Jones ato ni hefyd, croeso ato ni.
Diolch dol.
Pen-y-bont, mae'n dipyn o benbleth, maen nhw'n neud mor dda efo'n y Seintiau, cael gemau cyfartal, ond sut maen nhw'n mynd i'r cam nesaf, sut mae unrhyw glwb yn mynd i'r cam nesaf ac ennill yn efo'n y Seintiau?
Ie, mae'n anodd dydi. Dim ots pa mor dda wyt ti'n neud, dos o ddim dwywaith yng nghefn dy feddwl di, os ti heb gael y fuddugoliaeth neu tan y fuddugoliaeth gyntaf yna, mae o'n chwarae rhan. A dwi'n meddwl sut maen nhw yn gallu ymdopi efo hynna. Maen nhw wedi profi sawl tymor bellach bod nhw'n gallu rhoi gêm i'r Seintiau Newydd, ond dwi'n meddwl yn feddyliol rwan. Dyna fysa'r neges, dyna fysa'r gwaith Caled Rhys Griffiths wrthos yma, gwneud siŵr bod nhw'n coelio, bod nhw'n gallu mynd allan a cael y fuddugoliaeth. Gobeithio fydd hi'n gêm danllyd a fydden nhw'n mynd amdani o'r gic gyntaf.
Ie, so chi tipyn o gêm neithiwr, mae'r bala yn y rownd derfynol yn barod yn ennill yn erbyn Ceicona, oedd Owain yn gwylio honna. Newn ni drafod mwy am honna yn y man ar ôl ni gael y newyddion tîmau gyda rhywun arall oedd yn gwylio'r gêm na neithiwr, Sione Dafydd.
Diolch Del, wel nawn ni ddechrau gyda Pen-y-bont. Mae Rhys Griffiths wedi wneud un newid yn unig i'r tîm gath y pwynt gwerthfawr yna yn erbyn y Seintiau penwythnos diwetha gyda cynchwaraewr Cymru Sean MacDonald yn dod mewn I ganol y ca yn lle Ryan Reynolds. A newyddion da I Pen-y-bont yw bod Dan Jeffries ar gael I ddechrau heddiw yr anaf gath yn erbyn y Seintiau penwythnos diwethaf. O ran tîm Craig Harrison, deiliad y gwpan wrth gwrs, wel mae fe wedi wneud 3 newid i'r 11 ddechreuodd penwythnos diwethaf gyda Blaine Hudson, John Routledge a phrif sgoriwr y clwb Declan McManus yn dechrau. McManus wedi sgorio 22 o goliau hyd yn hyn tymor yma. A mae rai fi weid, mae fe'n eitha joio war yn erbyn Pen-y-bont, achos nath e sgorio 4 gwaith yn erbyn nhw y tymor diwethaf. Wel beth am I ni glywed gan y 2 rheolwr yn gynharach ges I air gyda Craig Harrison a Rhys Griffiths. Rhys, Dan Jeffries and Sean MacDonald start this afternoon. Sean, of course, brings you immense experience and a relief that Dan is able to start.
Yeah, he got a nasty knock last week, but sort of more of an impact injury rather than a sprain or a strain. So glad that he trained well Thursday and he's okay for today, yeah.
We've had a 3 or 4 week period where I've had quite a few injuries, a few freak ones, lots of impact injuries, a couple of ankles, etc., etc. Adam Wilson last week, early on in the game, done his ankle, but we brought some strong players back in, which is really key. It's important that we try and get our best team on the pitch.
You're yet to beat TNS. Are you feeling confident?
As a manager, yeah, I am confident. I'm really confident, and I think when I look at our team, if our players play well, I think we could win the game.
We've got to make sure that we win the game today. We're not looking ahead of that, far from it. We are concentrating 100% on the 90 minutes ahead of us.
Your good friend Chris Venables said he'd love to face you guys in the final. That wouldn't be too bad, would it?
Yeah, he knows I'm not playing, that's why. If he thought I was playing, he wouldn't fancy it. But no, it'd be great to see him it would be great to see him on the day, on the big occasion, and I'm sure we'd have a photo, and hopefully it'd be me holding the trophy and him looking on enviously. But look, we've got to get there first, and we've got the daunting task of playing TNS, and they've got the daunting task of playing us.
Rhys, pleasure as always. Pob luck.
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Rhys Griffiths yn dawel hyderus, o ddim yn dawel hyderus, just yn hyderus. Ond nhw'n chwarae wythnos diwetha hefyd, ddim cyfrinach, mae'r clybyn y gyngor yma, na bod ei gilydd yn iawn ag faint o ffactor fydd i bod wedi cwrdd wythnos diwetha, a bod boys am hynny newidiadau, Sean MacDonald yn dechrau, Declan McManus hefyd yn ôl.
Ie, fydd yn chwarae rhan, dwi'n siŵr. Bron bo hwnna fatha rhyw warm-up bach o'r da ni bron yn gwybod. Mae Saints yn mynd i ennill y gyngrair. Felly llygyd ar y gêm yma. Mae cael Sean MacDonald yn ôl yn bwysig o ran ei brofiad. Nath a newid y gêm yn dod o'n maen fel eilydd wythnos dwytha. Os gan Pen-y-bont digon o goesan ganol cae yn erbyn y gallu sydd gan y Saints, dwi'n yn siŵr. Ond wedyn ni'n cael McManus yn ôl i'r Saints newydd. Chwaraewr lle, sa ti'n gallu wylio fo, Mal, diolch yn gwneud llawer, ond ar yr adegau mawr, mae o'n camu fyny ac yn ffeindio lle ac yn sgorio'r goliau holl bwysig. Mae'r record o wedi bod yn ffantastig ers ymuno fo'r clwb, a mi fydden nhw'n gobeithio unwaith eto mewn gêm bwysig fod i'r dîm maen nhw'n gallu ddibynnu arno fo.
Sôn am chwaraewyr mawr ar gyfer yr achlysur mawr, Chris Venables i'r bala neithiwr, mae ti yn y gêm, fe'n sgorio'r gol fuddigol, 5 gol, oedd hi'n dipyn o gêm, bala'n heiddi ennill yn diwedd?
Oedd hi'n gêm dyn, sa wedi gallu mynd un ffordd neu'r llall, ond dwi'n meddwl i ymateb ar ôl ildio ar ôl munud, a wedyn mynd ymlaen i gael y fuddigolaeth yn y 90 munud, chwarae teg iddyn nhw. A ti'n gwybod, croesiad yn dod i fewn, yr unig angymeriad nath y golgeidwad ffyrdd chwarae teg, ond croesiad yn dod i fewn, unrhyw adeg mewn gêm, Venables, rhywbeth tebyg i beth dwi'n newid sôn am McManus, yn un dam, jyst ffeindio lle, a mae'n fyddol wyrdd yn dydi, dal i fynd, ac hapus iawn dros y fo ac hefyd dros gol pêl-droed bala.
A ddiddorol, fi'n gwybod, mae Saints wedi bod yn o blaen, maen nhw'n mynd am dwbl unwaith eto, felly'r bala gael 2 gwpan tymor yma, a mae'n tîm bach sydd ddim wedi cyrraedd Ewrop, ddim wedi codi cwpan Pen-y-bont, byddwn nhw'n hoffi sbwylio'r cyfan am hynny, mae gymaint o gwmpas y gêm yma.
Oes, dwi'n meddwl i'r neutral sa'n neis gweld rownd derfynol. Oherwydd, da ni wedi gweld Cey Conna, Saints newydd yn gwneud mor dda dros y blynyddoedd dwytha, sa'n gret gweld y bala yn erbyn Pen-y-bont. Ond, ti'n gorfod mynd allan ar y cae yna, ti'n gorfod greu'n siŵr bod chdi'n mynd ar gêm. So, nhw wedi dysgu lot o'r ffeinal blwyddyn dwytha, 3 gol ar ei hôl i, mynd amdani o'r eiliad gynta, ac gwn i weld sydd eithi.
Dyna'r neges gan Owain Tudur Jones. Felly, mae da ni gêm fyw i chi, a gêm gwpan i geisio codi Cwpan Cymru. Pwy fydd yn cyrraedd y rownd derfynol? Mae'r bala yno'n barod, y cefnogwyr yn cyrraedd, a'r gic gynta yn fyw o'r S4C, pan nhw'n ni'n ôl wedi'r egwyl.
Screwfix Sprint, yn noddi pêl-droed ar S4C. Screwfix Sprint, y noddi pêl-droed ar S4C.
Croeso nôl ato ni. Cartre Clwb Pêl-droed Caerfyrddin yw lleoliad rownd gynderfynol. Cwpan Cymru pnawn ma. A dyma nhw i chi, y Seintiau Newydd yn cwrdd â Pen-y-bont. Ailadrodd rownd derfynol tymor diwetha. Seintiau ath o honna. Pen-y-bont erioed i ennill yn ei herbyn nhw, ond maen nhw'n agosau. Maen nhw'n geme cyffroes cyfartal wythnos diwetha hefyd. Dewch ni fynd fyny i'r tîm sylwebu. Mae'n ysgrifennu yn Saesneg. We've got English language commentary available. 2 Welsh Cup winners. As, well, Mark Jones as the manager here with Carmarthen. A Tommy Morgan hefyd wedi codi Cwpan Cymru. O'n i yng nghartre'r hen air a sôn am old but gold. O'n i draw at Malcolm Allen a Nick Parry. Dyn nhw'n hyn, fi'n jocan.
Good afternoon and welcome to the JD Cymru Welsh Cup semi-final between Pen-y-bont and TNS at Carmarthen Town's Richmond Park. Bala Town made the final last night, so who will be their opponents in a stellar 134th Welsh Cup final come April? The games between the two teams have been so close over the last few seasons, but Rhys Griffiths' team still have to get over the line in 15 attempts against TNS. Will it be today that they can make it happen, Tommy Morgan?
Well, everything hinges on the next 90 minutes. Or could go a little bit longer, could even go to penalties.
There are the two lineups in front of us, Pen-y-bont. Everybody available, I think. Tom, I don't know, is that their full-strength team with the likes of Lewis Harlan not playing?
Well, obviously, you have to go with the manager's decision to leave out Lewis Harlan, who didn't play in last Saturday's encounter. And Iorwerth, he'll have his hands full this afternoon. Gwion David last Saturday, this afternoon. Declan McManus in the forward line, and then Sean McDonald comes back in to midfield there.
Nathan Wood seems to save his best for against TNS. Tom, you've stepped up a few times in big games against the Oswestry Giants.
Yeah, took a really confident penalty last week. And as we can see there, 4-3-3 formation for the champions-elect. Though might be a few changes from that, but interesting to see how things pan out once the game gets underway.
Yeah, I think looking at that, there's Rhys Griffiths and his band of wise men there, Martin Giles, Lee Jarman.
Yeah, Sean McDonald there. Came on last Saturday and really influenced the game. The one thing McDonald does, he does the simple things really well, the simple passes, and those are the most difficult ones for players to do.
Yeah,
and there's Declan McManus.
Yeah, the main man for TNS. 43 goals in 42 games since arriving, Tom.
Yeah, but today, again, he'll give Iorwerth a little bit of a different proposition for him, because what he'll do, he'll drop off into midfield, and he does that really well, so bringing other players into the game. So does Iorwerth chase him into there and try to pin him there?
Perhaps one of the main officials, good official by the way, I think he's grown into this job, Bryn Markham Jones.
Long day of the days gone, you used to call him Shotgun, Mark?
Oh, unbelievable. He used to produce the cards like a dealer. Let's hope he don't produce them today, Tom.
Yes.
Semi-final, this is what it's all about. This is where these players want to be in this league. Absolute blinder of a game last night in a 3-2 victory for Bala. Congratulations to Colin Caton and company, and hard luck to Connors Keep, but boy, you really did entertain us last night. Daniels, Leo Smith. Tell me where he's playing today, Tom. Leo, I think he's the one that everybody thinks, where's Leo playing today? Every week, right midfield, left midfield, centre midfield.
He looks to me as if you have a bit of a free roll.
He had a marvellous start against Cardiff Met a few weeks ago on the left-hand side of a 3. Dan Jeffries, got over the injury he suffered last week at TNS. First goal in every game is vital. First goal, I think, in the minds of Pen-y-bont, having not defeated the Oswestry team in 15 games, is gigantic, Tom, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
First couple of minutes, Tom, I think we better get it in early. This ground and its facilities should be in the Welsh Premier.
Yeah, absolutely, but
Great ball through, almost a great ball. I don't think Daniels read him. McManus holds his hand up and says sorry as Absalom collects.
Yeah, but exactly what I told you previously. McManus just dropped in there. Nobody came with him. He turns. You shouldn't be letting the centre forward turn and let the ball play through like that. So Jorwith's got to make a decision there. Does he follow McManus or doesn't? Or does Sean McDonald pick him up in midfield?
Oh, Mile Davis. Welcome to the bad back club, Mile. He's climbed up there and he's landed flat. He asked the referee why. I think Danny Redmond may get a replay of that, but that's one of those ones which really leaves you with a bad back. Owen, McManus game. Evans. McDonald just hooks it on. Routledge, where he will be most of the game in that holding role in midfield. He's there again, just in front of the back four, and he won't go very far away from there. Connor Roberts having a marvellous season. Really has established himself as the number one. Roberts. Chisovich. Really playing around there. Like, you just don't like it. Oh, it could have been in them with that ball from Whitmore. It's causing your own problems, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a bit overplayed there. Nice little opening there, though. Didn't take advantage of it, did Pen-y-bont.
There's football teams and there's football teams playing on the edge of their box. I watched a European Cup game a couple of weeks ago between Liverpool and Real Madrid, and they gave 2 goals away. Davis tries to get the crossover, he puts it behind.
Yeah, Davis played left back last Saturday. This afternoon, more familiar right back position for him.
There's the big man Craig Harrison. We better not start reading out what he's won in this league, or we may be here till half time. Absalom to take the goal. It's not Absalom, sorry. It is Kelland Absalom. He's had a good run of games as well. And his kicking ability is tremendous. Astles, Ewan. Evans, Ash Evans will like to dictate the game from his own centre circle. Kane Owen pushing quite far forward. Tom Early on the left back, doing a little bit of a Shevchenko for Arsenal.
Yeah, no. That's a Manchester City trick, that, isn't it? Playing the left back or right back into centre midfield.
Davis. Evans. On the midfield 3 of McDonald. Well, midfield 2 of McDonald and Evans. They're up against 2 youngsters in there. Danny Williams and Josh Daniels if he tucks in. So that'll be interesting. There's that kick again from Absalom. When he kicks it that long, by the way, Tom, he's got to obviously avoid Astles and Hudson. Mile Davis, to Dwaymat. Almost.
Just a little bit unlucky there, getting a repel. First touch wasn't quite right there. Mile Davis just took a little bit of a deflection, that.
Yeah, we did have a chat before we may as well share it with the viewers, Tom, and myself with you and Owain Tudor-Jones at the start, and a bit of news came to us that Pen-y-bont were definitely going to have a go, not stand off them like they did in the Welsh Cup final last year until they were 3-0 down and scored 2 late goals. And I prefer this attitude. Whitmore in a good area. Whitmore slides it across. Smith chests it down. Picking up every second ball at the moment. It's a good start.
Certainly start on the front foot of Pen-y-bont. It's got to be ever so careful though against the new Saints. So adept at turning defence into a quick attack.
Yeah, another person we were talking about earlier on. When they did play this way last year, or they broke them down, TNS at Cardiff City, with a couple of blistering attacks from Jordan Williams, most probably one of the quicker players in the league. I don't know whether McManus, Smith or Daniels have the pace that Williams has to hurt them.
No, and today they're playing Chisovich and Daniels really wide as well.
They're more footballing wingers instead of pacey ones like Jordan Williams, direct.
Yes.
Mark Little, player with loads of experience. Evans, again, will try and just get his footballing game going. I think this time, 2 years ago maybe, Tom, we may have classed this as a massive underdog tag for Pen-y-bont. Is it that big anymore?
No, I think although they haven't beaten the New Saints, they've certainly matched them on more than one occasion, so it's a level playing field now, Mark. But obviously the big advantage psychologically is with the champions-elect.
Yeah, they will be champions. They are champions elected. Another 4 or 5 points will see them as champions again in March. McDonald, as you said, will do it easy. Rafael, he's had a good season, Tom. Rafael maybe not on the goal front, but he's led the line well, hasn't he?
Yeah, it certainly gives him a different option up front.
Little. Them last third passes are the keys. You can have the ball as much as you like and impress. When you reach that last third, that's when it counts.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's the tale of last Saturday as well for me, is that they can't just produce that quality in the top third of the pitch.
Well, Davis was caught in two minds then. This is interesting. Chiselvich to get a run at Little. He'll enjoy this. Gets it across early. Yorworth was in the right place at the right time. You don't want your centre-backs one-on-one against the likes of Chiselvich too many times in the game. Redmond playing at left back today. Daniels. Hudson. Just a little bit too slow for me at the moment, that ball. Astles to Routledge.
Just dropped back into a really good defensive shape. Pen-y-bont 5-4-1.
Yeah, so obviously they're rotating their systems. When they got the ball, they look like they're 4-3-3, and when they haven't got it, they'll go the other way. Good run from Daniels. He's not picked up. Gav's chance to pull it back. McManaman was by himself. I think the linesman's flag that the ball was out of play anyway.
That's one thing Pen-y-bont need to be really careful of, is the runs from midfield. Just a fine example like that. Last Saturday cost them a goal. Redmond running into space, and they just drifted the ball out, drifted out to play. But you have to be careful that they do track those runs from midfield by the New Saints.
Currently third in the league, Pen-y-bont. They've played 25, won 13, drawn 7, lost 5. Unfortunately for them, at Pen-y-bont they have a Welsh FA challenge up against them about bringing substitutes on when they shouldn't have brought the 4th substitute on in the new rule this season. That's just for everybody to know. So Pen-y-bont could be docked 6 points in the next couple of weeks, unfortunately, for a technical error.
It's a big technical error though, Mark.
Yeah. Davis gets round his man. 2-on-2 in the middle then.
It's got to be better quality.
It has to be. It has to be. They were 2-on-2 in the middle then, Tom. We got a brilliant vantage point here watching this game, and that was on then.
Yeah, he'd be definitely disappointed himself with that final delivery.
Should be one of the contests of the afternoon, now, if he pushes up against Redmond. Two of the better players in this league. He's got to get it back to Little as quick as possible there and just put it in. Decides to go long instead. Davis. Seconds again. McDonald gets there first. John Routledge won't be playing far in front of that back two today, Tom.
Offside there against
possession
Nathan Wood.
stats in front, 41%, 54%. No, I'm watching this game from the start. I would have got that wrong. 54% to TNS so far, Tom. Are we watching a wrong game?
Well, it looks on the eye that is the other way around.
I've heard the new statistician is about 6'4", so I'm going to agree anyway. Astles fires it long looking for Daniels. Daniels jumps in the air, unlucky for Owen. He ducks to try and see it run out of play, but it just catches him on the back. Hudson has been in and out with injuries this season. Davis will win the headed duel against Chiselvich. McDonald. It's a good play on there by the ref. They love to swap side to side as often as possible.
Yeah, both teams have been pretty cautious in these opening 12 minutes, Mark.
Well, this time last night, Connorskey were already 1-0 ahead. Astles. That spot is causing problems out there. That's twice in the last couple of minutes that have happened. It's in the mixer as well. Good collect by Absalom. But that's twice Danny Redmond's got in down the fast. Redmond this time. Chiselvich the last time, but there's plenty of space over there.
Yeah, well, Miles Davis is getting caught between either going into midfield or dropping off.
It's a position that they exploited only a couple of weeks ago when in their only defeat in the league, when Leo Smith got in there twice and they scored 2 goals, if you remember. Hooked on by Ashley Evans. High kick. No, ref says play on. He had an interview with one of the TNS players in the week, and he said that, yeah, the league will be wrapped up in a couple of weeks. We'll start planning for Europe. Unbelievable. Long time to plan.
Especially when you don't know who you're going to be playing against. I mean, that's where they've obviously got to improve. You know, they've got into Europe so many times and haven't really made big inroads at all.
No, maybe that's why the managerial change was made, unfortunately, for last season's double winning manager. Smith, chased down by Evans. Hudson. Daniels. I think they're almost going man-to-man, Pen-y-bont, apart from the Miles Davis over there again when he's caught between two. Wonderful parade, Welsh festival in Carmarthen Town Centre this morning, Tom, celebrating St David's Day.
Yeah, most towns are doing that these days.
McManus looks to spread play. Rafael, as he has the legs now to leave Hudson and drive into the box. You've got to drive into that box and miss the chance. Just slowed it up a little bit. Intelligent play, maybe.
Well, to be fair, he had no support, Mark.
Yeah. I just would have liked to see him try and run Hudson into the box. York. Little. Ooh, strong challenge. Ooh. Very strong challenge. He's going for a card. I think it'll be the first yellow of the afternoon. I think Mark Little accepts that as well.
Yeah, casual pass initially by Little. And then, yes, no doubt about that one.
Yes, a strong yellow card. And it's against Josh Daniels. He swapped wing Josh Daniels. As he swaps, he gets clattered, and that is a strong clattering from Mark Little.
Bit early to pick a yellow card up for a defender.
Yeah, absolutely. 15 minutes on the clock, Tom. The happier manager so far? 50-50.
Even, to be honest.
Redmond. Chiselvich. Great 1-2 with Leo Smith. Ash Evans again goes to ground and gives the first set play corner of the afternoon away.
You just have that feeling, Mark. When Pen-y-bont are attacking, they don't carry a threat. As soon as the New Saints are on the attack, they look sharp and on the box. They look as if they're going to, you know, get an effort on target, looking to score.
Smith goes short. Nathan Wood goes out to challenge. Redmond gets it in. Free header. Great save from the goalkeeper. Wasn't the worst of headers, by the way.
Yeah, Chiselvich, I think, with a header.
It was Chiselvich, and it's a superb save by Absalom.
Yeah, what a cross there by Danny Redmond. Just picks him out. An absolutely terrific save. Did he go off the post as well? Did he push onto the post? But great delivery. What a left foot Redmond's got.
Second corner's in already. Yorworth heads it away. Just getting caught up a little bit there. Nathan Wood gets the second header away. But then once again, not to repeat ourselves, but all the dangers coming down the left-hand side, even from that corner. Routledge. That'll do Absalom's confidence great, because that was a superb save. Daniels. Routledge. Hudson. No target man with any height in there, by the way, still. McManus, of course, 5'9". Routledge. Be patient is the words from down below in the dugouts from Craig Harrison. Great touch, Chislovich. Smith goes to ground. Referee says free kick. Josh Yorworth is clambering all over him. Or, I'll let you be the decider this, Tom. Is Leo Smith going down for it?
It's a foul mark. He's all over him, Yorworth. Dangerous position here as well.
Yeah, no Chris Marriott, but Danny Redmond will come into the reckoning here, I think. And Declan McManus, he's got hold of the ball already. And it's in a wonderful area just in front of us. They say that the penalty area is too tight towards the goal, Tom, so this is just about the perfect area for a free kick. Redmond, it looks like, steps over. McManus, he's just joined the back pass club.
Yeah, team effort from the top scorer, McManus there. I thought that was on for Redmond, wasn't it? Over the wall there, he can get the ball up and down.
Absalom. Just the first chance of the game, the first big chance of the game. Great save by Kelland Absalom. Dan Jeffries. Owen will enjoy the space. Good work from Danny Williams to track back in there.
You know, I was at Park Hall last week. Same contest. What New Saints did really well was they stopped the full-backs from playing,
which are Pen-y-bont strength,
and Miles Davis.
Yeah,
just weren't in the contest at all.
I think most teams will start to, or most teams have started to know that they are most probably the two of the better full-backs in the league, and you've got to stop them, because when they got it, they got quality. Again, unopposed on the left wing. Chislovich to Redmond. Miles Davis is asking for help. Yorworth heads away.
See, the thing is, Mark, at the moment, Miles Davis is in between all the time. So that pass from Hudson travelled 50 metres and went straight to Chislovich. So little either has to go across as the spare centre-back.
Or Ashley Evans pushes wider right.
Well, Miles pushes up all the way onto Redmond.
It's the most debated subject of this game so far. Semi-finals. Usually intense, usually plenty of physical battles and goal scoring chances. Shall we say this one has started off as a steady semi-final so far?
It's good press though by Pen-y-bont there.
Evans into the feet. Rafael Davis looks for Owen. Danny Davis just wins a physical battle against Kane Owen. Daniels tries to slide him into Yorworth. Yeah, keeper doesn't get in the perfect place, but he's definitely good with his feet. Daniels. Williams tries to slide in. Handball shout from maybe a couple of TNS fans, but nobody else. Owen. Yeah, he's looking for a runner, Tom. Every time they're getting in, the fullbacks are looking for a runner. And because Rafael is such a hard-working centre forward, he's coming back in like McManus. Yeah. There's nobody to put him behind.
3 times there, they've given the ball away, Mark. Pen-y-bont, needlessly so as well. I'm sure Rhys Griffiths below us is pulling his hair out.
And Nathan Wood, Tom, but I just don't know where Nathan's playing at the moment. Is he playing as a wide midfielder, or is he playing as a striker alongside Rafael?
Well, he looks as if he's playing off Rafael for me, but he's not putting enough pressure on Hudson or Danny Davis. See that header again from Chislovich.
There's it from behind the goals. Yeah, it's a great save because he
palms it away. Mark,
yeah, he palms it away from danger. Even if it did go towards a post, he hasn't knocked it back into a forward. So it goes down as a great save.
Yeah, splendid reaction from Absalom. What's going through his mind, do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I just think Craig Harrison knows after the last few games that they're a serious opponent he's playing against today. A very serious opponent. He most probably prefer to be challenged, Tom, than just going through the motions all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to be winning games at a canter. You need a challenge. You need your players to be challenged. And Pen-y-bont certainly did that last week. Stayed in the game, got a late equaliser, and probably deservedly so as well.
Connor Roberts, Yorworth will accept that all day long. Rafael, free kick which way?
No, he's offside again.
Offside coming back out. Here's a trail there. Club rugby. There are no Six Nations games this weekend. There are 2 regional rugby games for you later today on S4C. The Ospreys versus Benetton and Dragons versus Connacht. 7:30. Look forward to the rugby later on S4C. Jeffries wins the headed duel, which you'd expect him to. This will be interesting. Made the right idea again. Goalkeeper. They're just starting to get on top of it. TNS, just type of period in the game. You could see Sean McDonald just down in front of us, Tom, with all his experience, saying to the goalkeeper, take your time.
Yeah, but it was his mistake initially there, Mark. That nearly cost his team.
Jeffries. Davis gets the header away, but Redmond has read it and waited for it. Yorworth. A bit more. Plenty of space again. Now he wants runners. Giving it away again.
Kane Owen again, guilty of giving the ball away.
Oh, what
switch is on
ball.
again.
What a great ball that is. He's one-on-one now. This is what he would have been waited for. He's got to get himself in the box. Gets it wide. Smith. Plenty of time, Smith. And he misses the target. And there's not many times in a football match at this level that you get as much times as that on the edge of the box.
Yeah, certainly Leo Smith will be disappointed with that effort. But that switch of play from right to left opened up the Pen-y-bont defence. Again, he's coming, little either goes and plays, for me, little either goes and plays right back, and you push Miles Davis further forward against Redmond. And no wonder the manager's holding his head in his hands there.
Well, Leo Smith got the first goal last week between the teams, and he just might be a little bit disappointed that he hasn't hit the target there.
Do you know sometimes, Mark, you get too much time?
Too much time, definitely. Like we just said in commentary, he had too much time. I bet he wishes he'd put his foot through it now, Tom, and ask a question to the goalie. But that switch ball is most probably the most dangerous one so far. Headed duel again against Redmond and Davis. Whitmore. It's a big game for the likes of young Kai Whitmore here, Tom, because as we know, he's busy, he likes to get on the ball, he likes to get involved in everything. But this is a big pitch with 2 good footballing teams, so he has to adapt a little.
Mark, that's the 3rd or 4th time he's been caught offside.
I think Rhys Griffiths is below us.
Wood.
And he says that's the 3rd time you've been caught being offside.
And that's laziness, Mark. Just pure lazy. So from being in a good position, only talking about metres, give possession away.
I think there is a 7-side derby this afternoon. Cardiff and Bristol City. We'll try and keep you up to date with the scores. McManus. Chiselvich had just made a run. Davis had just started to get the upper hand. TNS, which you may expect. Daniels. McManus, good touch from Owen. Wood. Pen-y-bont fans would want to see Nathan Wood more on the ball. McDonald gets it out of his feet well. Jeffries made the right decision to go long. Well, they're just passing out there for fun now, Tom, and they're still getting to him. Little.
Something I think the manager needs to address there, Mark. Or it's too late.
Little. Astles. As yet, only the one real chance in the whole game. The header from Chiselvich, palmed away by Kelland Absalom. percentage-wise, yeah, TNS is starting to get on top, but nobody really frightening any defence yet.
No, they're not carving them open, but they're finding far too much space down Pen-y-bont's right-hand side.
Redmond. What you losing, Tom, when you're taking your 16 assist best assister in the league out of the centre midfield role, Danny Redmond, when he put him to left back? Is that costing you?
Not particularly, because he's such a good player. He's just his game. I mean, he's already set up the best chance of the match with a delightful cross.
And it looks like Declan McManus fancies his chances as a Peter Lorimer here. 30. I've just looked this with my VDI, and I'll say that's 31 yards.
Yeah, Peter Lorimer.
McManus. Another back pass.
I think you need Kevin De Bruyne to take those.
Yeah, I think De Bruyne might have troubled Absalom a bit more.
Maybe he gets one more chance. He's had 2 chances now. It's hit the target both times, Mark.
Yeah, you can't fault him. He fancies himself, and that's what number 9s should always be like. Were you a free kick taker, Tom?
No, I wasn't actually, Mark.
And you still scored all them goals.
I know, just imagine if I had been.
End of that conversation. This is a Welsh Cup semi-final between TNS and Pen-y-bont. Right.
Was it last season that TNS came here and won on penalties?
They did. Their knowledge is superb. They won on penalties in the first round of this year's tournament, by the way, against Chirk.
Yeah.
How many boys will be in the pub now, Chirk, saying we should have been here this afternoon? Penalties. Daniels.
He's been quiet, Daniels, hasn't he?
Yeah, I just think they've, like you said, they've fancied it more the other side, to be honest. Williams. Davis had just strolled into an offside roll. Well, Chirk are playing Colwyn Bay today, another massive game. I actually spoke to Stephen Evans this morning on the phone, and they're doing a marvellous job. It looks like a big double teams coming up, Tom, of Colwyn Bay and Barry. They're 2 big clubs for this league.
Well, absolutely, but Colwyn Bay, you know, it'll be their first appearance in the Welsh Premier League if they make it over the line, which it looks as if they are. But to be fair to Hollywell, they're giving them a good chase.
Yeah, Hollywell, who put in a marvellous performance in the last round, quarter-final against Pen-y-bont. I was at the game and they were very unlucky to get defeated by a last-minute penalty. Absalom. Food and drink to Hudson. Somebody's surely got to stand on him. Evans, that's a tug back, ref. I don't see the advantage. Do not see the advantage of that at all. And Rhys Griffiths is right below, asking the 4th official, is the ref missed his appointment of Specsavers? And I'd have to agree with him on that one.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark.
That was a polite way of putting what we said, by the way.
Yeah, excellent press there, though, by Pen-y-bont there. The thing is, when you're making a high press like that, Mark, you've got to go all together, and that's what they did exceptionally well there. Pen-y-bont forced the mistake out of playing Hudson. Send the cavalry up front now.
Kane Owen will fire it in. Yorworth, Jeffries, McDonald on the edge, Rafael in the middle. It's a decent throw as well. Jeffries gets the flick. He was in the middle end and he beat the big man, Astols.
Yeah, would he have been better just flicking that ball
on?
I
think he tried to be honest. He just misguided the header. But it was a good leap from the boy. Pen-y-bont were the only team in the last 4 semi-finalists that have never won the Welsh Cup, so what would it mean to them? It'd be absolutely fantastic were they to lift the cup this year. They've been on the periphery of success the last few seasons, Tom. They're a club on the up, but when you're on the up means bringing some silver home or qualifications for Europe, and I'm sure that's the next step.
Yeah, absolutely.
One-on-one here. Oh, Key, Daniels, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Daniels! 1-0! He's not going to get many easier chances than that this season. The through ball evaded Jeffries. Daniels one-on-one with the goalkeeper, he just slots it to the right of Absalom. And the favourites go 1-0 ahead. It's Pen-y-bont 0, TNS 1.
Yeah, well taken goal by Daniels, but big mistake there by Jeffries. Goes to ground by initially, Leo Smith. Surging run for midfield. Nicely weighted pass, but should Jeffries have done better? Yes, definitely. But don't take anything away from Daniels.
Jeffries got to take that with his left foot, Tom. He's predominantly left-footed anyway, I think, and it looks like he's gone for it with his right. It's a great finish from the boy. I mean, he's in one-on-one in a big game. You're under pressure at all the time in semi-finals, and he's just slotted it.
Yeah, I think the keeper, to be fair, showed far too much of the goal to Daniels there.
Soft goal to give away, Tom.
Really soft, Mark.
Credit to Smith for the ball he fired out there.
Oh yeah, it's a decent ball.
He asked a question.
He asked the question of the defender, and he just, he's in two minds whether to go for it, and it's a split-second decision. What do I do? And it was the wrong decision. Went with it with his wrong foot, and paid the price as Daniels. Confidently. Like I said, when he went through, you could see the goal was gaping to the keeper's right-hand side. I think maybe he could have done a little bit better as well by rushing out a bit quicker.
Yeah, Rhys Griffiths is just having words again with his two strikers about the offside, and he really is seeing red mist at the moment. He has to be careful. He was sent off in the first game of the season against these. Just needs to cool down a little bit. They need him now more. Now they're one behind. They did it 0-0, obviously.
Yeah, what they did last Saturday, Mark, they were 1-0 down, but they kept the shape, didn't panic.
So technically, Tom, it happened on the other side of the pitch a few times, and this time with no Kane Owen in there. Daniels with the shot there, if he can get himself up against Dan Jeffries, what you would say is a big centre half, he'll be happy with that every time.
No, absolutely. Jeffries is a big strong centre half, but I don't think he's not the quickest, is he? When you isolate him, just there, you just stretched, but keeper Mark, you've got to be thinking, come out a bit sharper. He just waits. He makes it so easy for me for the striker.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. He takes 4 touches before he gets his shot away, and it's a very important time in his semi-final now. And you've got every Ballatown fan in the world hoping there's a comeback on their hands here.
Well, the only consolation for Bala is they've beaten already once in the cup final.
Yeah, so the 2017 Keenan Smith final, they call it.
Yeah.
McManus, Evans. I think Rhys Griffiths have won this game to get a lot more closer, a lot more physical, and a lot more hectic, because the more it's played at 3/4 pace, TNS will just enjoy it.
Yeah. They're the masters when they got control of that football.
Absolutely. Wood. He's had a quiet afternoon so far, Wood. He needs to get in the game. When he plays well, he's a key player for Pen-y-bont. Davis hooks it clear. McDonald. Mark Little pushes forward.
Men in the box here, Mark.
Yeah, there's 4 in the box for the first time. He's got to stay onside. Wood, strong tackle again from Redmond. Key part of the game now, Tom. Key part of any game, 35 minutes on the clock.
Would you be happy, or would Rhys Griffiths be happy just going in the goal down and just steadying the ship and having a good chat with the boys at half-time, maybe change the shape a little bit? Or
definitely from here on, but he's going to be so disappointed about the goal he gave away. I mean, he's made him into a mean defence. He's turned it into a mean defence, and that's a soft goal to give away, as we both agree.
And that's, that's cheap, giving away.
Monday night Scorio will show the highlights of both semi-finals of the Welsh Cup. Swansea against Met in the Gennaro Adrian Premier, and a look at the 2 front runners in Tier 2, Colwyn Bay in the north and Barry in the south. on S4C at 10 o'clock. I must thank my wonderful assistant producer for printing that out for me. It took me about an hour last night. I wish you'd have told me.
Welsh is getting better, man.
Thank you, Diolch. Half-time in the Cardiff City and Bristol City derby is 0-0. Ash Evans. So for me, Tom, looking at this, you've got Sean McDonald and Ash Evans most probably playing in the same role. The holder, let's get on the ball, let's start building things. Lewis Allen and all the likes required with a bit more legs in midfield to start running at these TNS players who are set in the right places.
100%, Mark. I'm a bit baffled why, because McDonald and Ashley Evans are too alike for me. You need something a little bit different. And to be fair to Harlan, I think if it wasn't for him, I don't think they would be here. Because Hollywell
didn't deal with him.
No, they couldn't deal with him. Got the all-important equaliser, didn't he?
Redmond. Smith, like you say, Smith just pops up in games. He's popped up with a chance in his first 40 minutes. You could see he hasn't done a lot, but he's had a great chance and he's set. He's got an assist. So he is in the game. Second goal here is absolute key now. Owen, he hasn't got it. Davis did the right thing and let it go out.
Owen doesn't look himself today to me, Mark. Shadow of the player he normally is. Gives a lesson for a lot of teams in the top half of the league.
Well, if you're playing Pen-y-bont, you definitely
attack him.
You've definitely got to get at their, their two excellent fullbacks. Redmond comes all the way over from left back to take the corner. Now the heat would be on if anything were to go in here. Now 38 minutes on the clock. Redmond comes across. Hudson waiting. Astles waiting. McManus waiting. Drops. Owen hooks away. Wood will be on a 50-50. Superb from Williams. Oh, an almost ball there from Redmond. You could see what he was doing, and he has a wonderful left foot.
Yeah, outside of his left foot there.
Miles Davis. He's got tugged back there. The linesman's seen that. Griffiths has seen it. Giles has seen it down below. And the fourth official is getting an absolute hammering from the box. Owen drives it into the corner, keeps it in play. Can Rafael get there first? Rafael. Whitmore. Astles gets the first ball. Miles Davis goes down. Owen. Hudson clips away. I would love to have a camera, a Scorio camera. One day they should just do the fourth official. What?
I think actually the fourth official last night had a bit of a year bashing off Neil Gibson, Mark.
Wow, but this one tonight, this afternoon, he is getting absolutely blasted.
And let's be honest, he's not refereeing the game, is he?
Wow. Pushing it back there, Redmond. The referee sees that. Evans has won the cup with Llanelli the same day as Rhys Griffiths did. Both played in the same team. Who defeated Bangor.
Just seen a bit of a meg there. And Danny Davis by Kane Owen. Yeah. Did Daniels have a bit of an arm on him, trying to hold him back a little bit there?
You only call them if they come off and set something up, I think. Owen. Great head from Yorworth. Chance to make it 1-1. What a save! What a brilliant save from the goalkeeper. You mentioned on the first goal about attacking the striker. He did attack the striker. And Kai Whitmore was...
But, Mark, this ball comes in. Yorworth, terrific header, back across. And first touch was excellent. Second touch, can't do much better than that.
It's a brilliant save.
It was a terrific save. Good block when he read it. The difference between the keepers possibly there. Look how big he made himself there.
Schmeichel-like.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he built a reputation, Schmeichel, of coming out full body and putting his arms as wide as possible. And that's a brilliant save. And what a time in the game. 40 minutes. Whitmore, unlucky. Great header from Yorworth. Good effort from Whitmore.
He probably caught it too well, actually, did Whitmore. If he'd have missed it that.
Pen-y-bont starting to try and prize their way back into this game, and they're showing some enterprise now just before half-time. McDonald. Jeffries.
Good fortune there, Jeffries, wasn't he?
Very, very fortunate. Slides one into Owen. Owen just got that passing game. Whitmore.
Best spell of the game for...
Yeah, it is. They want the equaliser before half-time. They show into themselves that they can play if they get the ball down and move it quick. Whitmore, the big man against him. You'll try and run him in the box. Puts the ball out of play.
Yeah, unlucky Whitmore there, but that should boost their confidence, knowing that good spell from Pen-y-bont.
We did talk earlier on, Tom, but that's what we want. They want Whitmore on the ball. They want Whitmore running into them danger areas on the ball. Try and create something. But what a save again, going back to that save. Yorworth comfortably copes with McManus. McDonald's gone to the ground there. I think he just heard something as he went down. TNS won't be rushing. Haven't been a lot of chances in the game. Have they just edged it to lead 1-0 at half-time, Tom?
Oh, definitely not, yes. 100%.
Two-minute. Yeah, it was 1-0 last night to Connors Key Nomads. And then we had an electric second half. Can we have one today? Chiselwich will drive into the box. Chiselwich gets a shot off. He got more room to run into there. He's running at Ashley Evans, a centre midfielder. Disappointed with that. Disappointed.
Yeah, again.
Team effort in the end, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely, but you know, talking about electric, he's got electric pace, that boy. Chiselwich didn't really get hold of his effort there.
Of course, the 1-0 is the door on the jar when you're playing against TNS.
They're trying this crossfield ball to Miles Davis quite often, and it's getting intercepted every time, Mark. That's where Chiselwich's chance came from as well.
Well, you did the game last Saturday, Tom, in the set, obviously online. What did they do differently in the second half last week? What you think they haven't done this half?
But to be fair, they stayed in the game. The same thing got to do today.
McManus, he's got to win that. He wins it. Well done, Owen. Doesn't get the free kick. Davis. Daniels has had a tidy game. Danny Williams has had a tidy game in midfield. He's picked up a lot of seconds. Routledge has just stayed in his holding position in front of the two centre-backs, which he will. Redmond has been on the ball, and he puts another cross in. Redmond. Yorworth.
Again, that hook is just hooking the ball on to nobody, and so another wave of green and white shirts that come at Pen-y-bont.
Redmond. There's 1 minute added. So there's one goal before today in the 3 games played between the teams, which separated them over the season. We didn't think it was going to be a goal fest this afternoon. It hasn't turned out that way, and it looks like being 1-0 at half-time to the holders. But definitely, Tom, still game on in the next 45.
Yeah, plenty to play for. Same as yesterday evening's game.
I think of my smart money bet, and we're not allowed to bet, as you know. Goalkeeper going to get there here? He's not there. Danny Davis is on the far post, or will he take it himself? He's got to take the shot on. He's got that far. What a goal to give away. Incredible. You have to give credit to Daniels, but they've simply got that wrong at the back. Pen-y-bont, right on the stroke of half-time in a Welsh Cup semi-final. If you're going to make a mistake, don't make it then.
Well, the keeper is absolutely in no man's land here. Great run off the ball, but skips on the keeper. Did the keeper chase him? But then he doesn't do anything in the end, Mark. That's a real poor goal to give away right on the stroke of half-time.
Yeah, and
Daniels, to be fair to Daniels, you know, a lot of people have lost their head there, but he keeps his cool and just slots it in that near post.
Do you think, Tom, he can believe the amount of time he's got? He's just picking his head. No one's going towards him. Look, he drives back in.
The keeper's just staying off him as well.
Surely someone's got to go and press him, and that could be a gigantic goal in this semi-final. It's Pen-y-bont 0, TNS 2, and if they had a hill to climb in the second period, they got a mountain to climb in the next 45. We look forward to your company again in the second half of this JD Cymru semi-final. It's Pen-y-bont 0, TNS 2.
Screwfix Sprint, yn noddi pêl-droed ar S4C. Screwfix Sprint, yn noddi pêl-droed ar S4C.
Rhwng gynderfynol Cwpan Cymru a'r Seintiau Newydd yn gyfforddus ar yr egwyl. Josh Daniels yn cael dwy gosh gan Josh yn erbyn Pen-y-bont sydd i ceisio'i gorau, ond dyn nhw'n mynd i bod ar ei gorau. camgymeriadau yn costio'n ddrud i Pen-y-bont a'r Seintiau Newydd ar y blaen. O 2 gol i ddim. A'r ail na, reit ar hanner amser. Pa mor arwydd y cael fydd hynny Owain Jones. Di camu lawr o'r pwynt sylwebu. Oedd un i ddim yn wych. Mae 2 i ddim yn teimlo hyd yn oed gwaith yn amlwg. Ond dwi'n weld y gol gynta yn gynta Owain. A dim byd i tanio am Pen-y-bont.
Na, da ni'n gobeithio cyn y gêm sy'n nhw'n mynd amdani. A dwi'n dallt, ei, mae rhaid chdi aros yn y gêm, ond wedyn, allu di ddim neu camgymeriadau fel yma. A mae yna nifer ohonyn nhw. Dwi'n meddwl yr unig amser, mi na feirniadu yr amddiffyn wrth gwrs, siap corff, anghywir, ceisio rhyngipio'r bel, methu, anghywir, gol geidwad, o ran i safle fo, sef wedi gallu gwneud hi'n chydig bach yn fwy. Ond dwi'n meddwl yr ardal bwysig, Sean McDonald a Ashley Evans, wir yr unig amser yn yr holl hanner, lle doedd na ddim un ohonyn nhw'n gwarchod. Mae angen un drwy'r amser. Pa un di o ddim och. Oedd y ddau di gwagio y safle pwysig na. Nath adael eich ei Leo Smith greu y gol.
Mae'n teimlo'n rwystredig iddyn nhw. Falle bod ni ddim yn canmol Seintiau Newydd digon bod nhw wedi codi gêm wythnos diwethaf. Cyfleoedd yn bryn, a wedyn mi ddath un i Pen-y-bont ar ôl rhyw gyfnod bach le o'n nhw'n dechrau codi gêm.
Ie, a'r gwir ydy, di'n Seintiau Newydd ddim wedi gwneud dim byd yn wahanol i beth ni'n arfer i weld nhw'n gwneud. Hon di'r cyfle, o'ch chi'n teimlo fo ar y pryd. Da chi'n mynd i gael llawer o gyfleon. Felly, yn dim yn arbediad da, mae rhaid i Whitmore sgorio. Mae mor syml hynna. Penia da yn dod ar draws, ffeindio chydig bach o le. Dwi'n dag sgen fo'n llawer amser o gwbl i ymateb. Cyffyru cyntaf wedyn bang, diwm ots pa droed. Mae'n penderfynu mynd efo'i droed chwith, ond mae rhaid iddo fo sgorio. Felly, mae hwn yn siomedig, oherwydd mae o'n teimlo sa fod i sgorio y record goliau sydd gan Rhys Griffiths, ond honna oedd yr eiliad holl bwysig o ran y gêm.
Mae hynny'n digwydd gyda 5 munud i fynd yn yr hanner cynta, a maen nhw'n agosau at hanner amser. Ni'n siarad pobl o'n mynd, pawb yn gweud, iawn, os chi'n mynd mewn, un i ddim, ar ei hôl hi, mae gobeith yn yr ail hanner, ond mae'r camgymeriad yma. Sa'n gwybod, ni'n mynd i geisio dyfalu pa camgymeriad sydd weitha, y gol gyntaf i'r ailyn.
Mae siap yn iawn eto, ond dwi'n meddwl, yr amddiffynwr yn gofyn y cwestiwn i'r gol geidwad ddod. Mae rhaid i chdi ddelio fo honna fel amddiffyn. Dwi'n mynd ag pam bod o'n rhedeg yn ôl tuag at ei gol a ddim yn gwneud yr ymdrech i gadw i siap yn well a delio, hyd yn oed os diom yn cyrraedd y bel gyntaf. Gwneud siŵr bod chdi'n mynd ar draws efo'r ymosodwr. Lle yn amlwg mae Iorwerth yn penderfynu, wel, gwneud dim byd. Rhedeg tuag at ei gol a wedyn mae o'n beio, da ni weld ar y llawr yn fama, yn taflu'r bai at rhywun arall, lle iddo fo, cyn y cyfrifoldeb. Oherwydd i siap y tîm ddim yn drwg yma o gwbl, ond sut mae Daniels di ffeindio'r lle, dwi ddim yn gwybod.
Mae fe wedi cael hanner cyntaf, fi ddim mwynhau Josh Daniels, ta beth. Ni wedi bod yn trafod y posibilrwydd fel ni Sam Snaith yn yr ail hanner. Mae fe wedi bod yn cynhesu fyny, oedd e ar y fainc wrth yn ochr ni fan hyn yn... Wel, yw yn dod mlaen, oedd yn paratoi, y shin pads yn mynd mlaen ag ati.
Yndi, dwi'n meddwl. Oedden ni'n sôn just cyn yr ail gol, lle, reit, mae'n rownd gyn derfynol, paid a disgwyl efo 20 munud i fynd. Oherwydd, eich fydd i rhy hwyr, fydd wedi ildio'r ail neu'r drydydd. Wel, mae rhaid gwneud y newid rwan. Diolch ots faint sydd yn ei goeso fo o ran ffitrwydd, oherwydd oedden ni'n gweld yr argraff, yr ymateb gath o ar y gêm wythnos dwytha yn ebyn y Seintiau, felly mae rhaid gweld union y fath a ti'n gwybod be, dio ddim yn cnesu fyny fo gweddill y boes, ond cnesu fyny ar ben ei hun, felly fydden ni'n weld o reit ar y chwiban gyntaf ail hanner.
Mae'n rhaid bod ni'n rwystredig, dyn nhw'n rhoi di ennill yn erbyn nhw, ond faint o helpu'r ffaith bod nhw'n gwybod bod nhw'n gallu dod nôl mewn i gemau yn erbyn y Seintiau Newydd. Fi'n gwybod bod ni'n ddwy i ddim, ond mae chydig o previous na fel petai. Ti'n gwenu fel ti'n angytuno dy fi.
Wyt ti'n clutching at straws, Dylan bach. Mae rhaid iddyn nhw goelio, nid some points yn dod allan am yr ail hanner. Mae'r negas, clichés i gyd yn dod allan. Cael y gol nesaf, ti byth yn gwybod. Ennill yr ail hanner, ti byth yn gwybod. Felly mae'r gol nesaf yn holl bwysig. Ond i'r Seintiau Newydd, 2 gol ar y blaen. Dim di gorau gwneud rhyw lawer wrth i bodda.
Mae'n gêm gwpan, y cyfle i gyrraedd y rownd derfynol. A cael cyfle i godi Cwpan Cymru, gore chwarae, cyd chwarae, yw'r geiriau ar y Merlin fan hyn ar Barcwain dew. Cartre, Caerfyrddin, dewch ni weld sut ail hanner y gewn ni. Dewch nhw'n ato ni wedi'r egwyl.
Ti di dod ar bibs?
Screwfix Sprint, yn noddi pêl-droed ar S4C. Screwfix Sprint, yn nodi pêl-droed ar S4C.
Croeso nôl ato ni. Dyna'r sgôr fan hyn. Dwi ddim, mae'r Seintiau Newydd o fewn cyrraedd y rownd derfynol. Mae'n ceisio gwneud y dwbl am yr ail dymor yn olynol am stori fydde hynny. Oedd y dipyn o gêm neithiwr, mae'r bala yn y rownd derfynol yn disgwyl am enillwyr hon yn barod. Yn erbyn Ceicona neithiwr, y Ceicona yn taro'n syth reit ar y dechrau. Fy'n gyntaf, Harry Franklin sy'n gorffen hon. Oedd Owain Jones yn y gêm, oedd fe'n gwybod mwy na fi am beth ddigwyddodd. O'n i'n gwylio, wrth gwrs, oedd hi'n fyw ar lein gan sgorio. Tipyn o gêm, a dechrau da yn gwneud gwaniaeth, mae'n siŵr.
O, dechrau da, Ceicona mynd i fewn ar yr hanner yn meddwl, da ni'n ddigon cyffyrddus yma, mae chwarae teg y bala yn ymatab, ac i sgwrdd y tair gol. Mae'n un hanner o bêl-droed yn erbyn Ceicona. Dim ots os dyn nhw'n cael y tymor gorau oes bwynt nhw. Mae yna dal yn dipyn o beth, felly oedden ni jyst yn gweld oedd y pwysa'n dod ag o'ch ti'n cael cyfnodau lle oedd y ddau dim yn cael i moment yn y gêm, a Newell oedd yn gampus yn weithgar drwy'r nos, cymryd i gol yn wych yn fanna, ond yna fwy ddod yn dod dol, o'na fwy o gyffro, a wedyn unwaith oedd hon i fewn, o'ch ti'n meddwl, da ni'n mynd i weld cicio'r smotin eto. O'n i di excitio
man. O'n i'n anwybyddu can i Gymru ar y pwynt yma, ni'n sy'n cael cicio'r smotin.
Ond o'na un eiliad fach arall yn doedd. O'na drosodd efo fan ei beidio, diolch moch, do na ddim trosodd meddwl dyfarnwr. Croesod o safon gan Wall, a Venables just yn y cwrt yn disgwyl am y cyfle. Ie, diolch gwychadau'r bala.
Adroddiad campus, os gael dweud, gan Owain Jones. Ni'n barod am yr ail hanner fan hyn. Os ffordd yn ôl, wel, mae yna eilyddio, nath ewaniaeth mawr wythnos diwetha yn ymlaen fel eilydd, ond un i ddim oedd yr adeg yn ei Sam Snaith ar y cae i Pen-y-bont wrth i ni fynd yn ôl i'r pwynt sylwebu at Malcolm Allen a Nick Parry.
Welcome back to Richmond Park in Carmarthen, where the new Saints have 1 foot maybe in JD Welsh Cup final, 2-0 ahead at half-time, or will Rhys Griffiths inspire some magic in his players for the second period?
Well, Mark, I'm sure you have, and I definitely have been in dressing rooms when you're trailing at half-time by 2-0, and you try and lift your players and say, next goal wins it, let's get back into the game, and they're certainly looking to do that being in the second half now.
Yeah, at least they know, that's right, Tom. If it was 1-0, you could be cagey and edge your way back in the game. With 2-0 against a team with TNS's ability, you have got to give 120 and win every challenge and go full tilt to try and win it. Great flick, by the way, by the man at the moment who's on a hat-trick in this game, Josh Daniels, and he's in again. 2 against 2 in the box. Smith, that was 4 against 3. He's just given, that ball came off a little. I could hear the deflection from here.
Yeah, I certainly thought so as well, Mark. But great positive start. Daniels again, been very influential in this game. Did he hit his hand, did it?
That's what Leo Smith is trying to say.
Yeah.
Absalom. McDonald, Sean McDonald. You need players with all the ability in the world like McDonald now. Welsh international caps and Football League experience to try and help TNS get out of this hole they're in at the moment. They're definitely going for it as early as now, Tom, because in the first minute they've been 3-on-3. Daniels just leaves one on Ashley Evans.
Yeah, Daniels, I think, talked his way out of it. Oh, he didn't actually. Gets a yellow card for that.
He gets a yellow card, and Rhys Griffiths is just having words again down below us with Alex Muskinch. Yeah, it was high. It was high.
But not malicious, though.
Not malicious. It didn't look malicious. It's probably the worst thing about today's game, Tom, is people asking, please, sir, can you book him? Owen. Yorworth again, dominant in the air. Evans puts it in behind. Hook clear. McManus back in the fold, not amongst the goals yet. Sure he's interested though. Switch is on. What a switch it is as well. Chiselvich one-on-one with Mark Little. Chiselvich misguides his pass. McDonald keeps it in play. It's unlucky from Snaith. He did the first part well, but not the second. McDonald's down on the ground. Daniels is going to put out a play. Looks like he's in pain.
Yeah, looks like he's
just back from a long-term injury. Sounds like an off-the-ball incident. I don't think there's anything malicious because nobody's pointing fingers at anybody there. But the big ex-Welsh international is lying out holding his face there.
Yeah, I think his mark, Chris Griffiths, I don't think he's addressed their biggest problem in the first half, and that's where does Miles Davis play? Does he play as a right back and pushes forward in possession? But at the moment he's been caught in between all through the game. And another incident there where he couldn't get back in time, and it was like little v Chislevich.
Yeah,
that's a bit of a mismatch.
And the other side, by the way, is Josh Daniels against Dan Jeffries on the start of the move. So yeah, they have to be careful. McDonald back to his feet, thankfully.
Well, what to be fair to TNS, what they're doing is creating overloads, on both wings.
Well, there hasn't been a tactical change since half-time, Tom. I don't think by anybody. So, status quo from the first half, and still 2-0 TNS. Still a long way to go in this game. Redmond inside. Williams spreads it wide. He's had a good game, Williams. Davis. Yeah, I said Davis is one of the greatest right-footed players in this league. I don't know about his left peg, Tom.
It'll be interesting to see if McDonald comes off here. He's been out injured for quite a while.
Well, Lewis Allen is just below us. Harlan, who has had a big week for himself and his family, him and his wife for their first child, young Milo. Good luck to the family. So I think you'd have liked, when we talked at half-time, Tom, we would have expected this change anyway, wouldn't we? Bit more energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Davis, Wood, Whitmore inside him. Yeah, good thing for TNS, even when they're 2-0 up, they're still hounding the ball. This habit's what's being brought back in again by Craig Harrison. He demands Harrison.
Yeah, they're very workmanlike, let's be honest.
Substitution will be made. It is Sean McDonald leaving the field. First start back for a while for Sean. Semi-finals, a lot to be asked.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure he looked a little bit disappointed there that he was getting hooked. But Harling is a bit of a different type of player.
Yorworth most probably up there with the best headers of the ball in this league now, Tom. I mean, he's only joined this season, but aerially has to be one of the best in the league.
Well, he's won everything this afternoon.
Smith. Owen. Snake wins the first Harlan. That's the ball that he would win, where McDonald would have stayed in alongside Evans. Snake. I think they go back to front more now. Harlan to get the throw in. He's in the action, see, already, Harlan. He's just come on.
They just need a goal now, don't they, Pen-y-bont, just to, fire this game up.
He would fire this game up, definitely. Miles Davis will fire the long throw in. He has a different option now. Sam Snaith would have been one of his first options. It has to go in from Little at the angle from Owen. Yorworth. Great header away by Hudson, by the way. Yeah, Miles Davis just gets the volley wrong.
Question Miles got to ask himself there: am I going to score from there? No, you're not. It's got to be get it back in the box again.
Hey, you never seen Marco van Basten's go in, did you, Tom?
It was a bit closer than that, wasn't it? Let's be honest, in a much more difficult angle there.
Chirovic. McManus. It's had a quiet game, McManus. but his wide men have looked after him by getting the 2 goals and played well, both wide men.
I think he's done quite well though, Mark.
Just dragging people in.
He's dropped off. Nobody's come near him in midfield, and that's where a little bit disappointing for me, Pen-y-bont, is that Ashley or Sean McDonald never came close to him.
Chuzovic again, one-on-one with Little. Can he get around him? Little's done well. Just gets across in Chuzovic. For all the times you look at this game later on, Chuzovic, someone of his ability, he's had 4 or 5 one-on-ones with Little, and he hasn't really hurt him.
No, but he keeps the pressure on, Mark. Another corner, another opportunity to put the ball in the box.
Smith whips one to the far post. Astles with a header. Oh, it's gone through the legs, by the way, for a hat-trick of Daniels. Off the line as well by Miles Davis. If we look at that replay when that comes, I think Daniels has put one in.
Tell you one thing, it's a really intelligent pass there by Leo Smith. Back across the box. Good clearance up the line as well.
Chasing a 9th double. TNS. No doubt who are the kings of the Cymru Premier, and they're just reasserting it this afternoon.
Tell you who's impressed me today so far is Danny Williams in midfield.
Excellent.
He's
excellent.
You know, again, talking about Sean McDonald, he's making simple passes so good.
Chuzovic spreads the play, puts it in. Davis will do well to keep that in. He's misguided that one. But this game is teetering on the brink, Tom. They are
just seen this corner played again. Good header. He asks the far post. Good block on the line to deny Daniels' hat-trick. And then look at this pass across the box from Smith.
TNS, 15 players have won the Welsh Cup for TNS. Absalom. Unopposed header to Davis. It just can't be allowed at this stage. Everything's got to be contested for. And here's Daniels again, driving inside to the left-sided centre-back. Amazing what a couple of goals can do for you. McManus looked a handball, not given. Simple ball again. Owen. Wood drives past, but a good intervention from Davis.
He's been quiet today though, Mark. Nathan Wood, very quiet on the periphery of the game, hasn't really shown his qualities at all.
Danny Davis, I think, has a lot to do with that, Tom. He's locked up the right-hand side with his pace. You can't run him, and Nathan Wood will know that.
Well, they negated that problem last week, and they've done it again this afternoon. We haven't seen hardly anything of Kane Owen and nothing of Miles Davis going forward.
They're unbeaten in 10 games, 7 wins, 3 draws, 6 clean sheets. Pen-y-bont is a marvellous record which is at stake. 56 minutes on the clock in this semi-final. Yorworth again. If anybody's put in the effort this afternoon, it's Josh Yorworth. Redmond. Owen. Hudson heads away. Owen. Tennis. Head tennis duel carries on. Yeah, there's a word. You're a fan of Pen-y-bont and you're the manager of Pen-y-bont and a player. The worst thing you'd want is to get beat 2-0, 2 scruffy goals, and not have your part to play. They really haven't had their part to play yet, have they?
No. Worked keeper once, that's all, Mark. Just once so far.
Harlan plays one into Snaith, hooked away. McManus will chase Jeffries down. Jeffries wanted a foul.
See, that's terrific work by McManus there.
Yeah,
it puts Jeffries into all kinds of problems.
Smith. Evans will tackle anything all day, he'll keep going. But there is Declan McManus. Maybe the best signing ever made in this league. There'll be plenty of debates, I know. But for the money he cost, I think it was 70,000. To score as many goals as he has.
He's certainly been prolific.
Yeah.
As McManus.
Ryan Astles.
And more than that, Mark, he's an all-round good player as well. Really a good footballer. He could easily play in midfield for you.
Yeah, definitely. Smith's starting to get more prominent in the game as well now. Daniels. Routledge. I mean, at present, Tom, it looks like being a TNS and Ballot Cup final. It'll be an entertaining cup final. There's always entertaining games. Pen-y-bont just need to find a bit of magic to get their name back on it. Astles tries to bend one. Oh, what a ball! Does he take it on Williams? Well, by hook or by crook, that ball was booked.
He just wanted an assist there, Astles. You can see the frustration on his face there. One of his best passes of the season, probably.
Absalom undercooks the kick. Harlin. Evans. It's more like a little drive forward. Chizovic. Lewis Clutton looks like coming onto the pitch. He hasn't been involved for a while. This is a player with plenty of talent. Just needs game time, this lad. Watched him a few times last season. He comes on for Kai Whitmore. Kai Whitmore leaves the field.
Yeah, for me, Mark, that's a sort of strange substitution. I mean, Nathan Wood's done nothing. Absolutely nothing. At least Whitmore's been in and around the box. He looks busy.
Great back heel from Harlin. Clutton gets it across. He'll play as a 10 just in behind, most probably. Try and give John Routledge some trouble. He hasn't been troubled as yet this afternoon. Evans. Davis.
See, that's the difference, Mark. When they've got in behind them, a couple of times they have, their delivery's been absolutely poor.
Quality. He needs quality. Great ball again from Harlin into Clutton. Redmond. Owen. Kane Owens pushed up into that midfield role now. Little. This is a period now. 60 minutes on the clock. If you're going to get back in it sooner or later. Clutton. It's a tough ask for him challenging in the air against Astles. Snaith on the edge. Owen. Clutton's in there now. Chance for Snaith. Just wide of the mark. That's more like it. There's bodies opposing TNS in the last third. And they just started to shake the tree a little bit then.
Yeah, certainly better from Pen-y-bont. Team effort though by Snaith. He's asking for a corner there. Probably got a good chance, but referee denies him.
That's good strength from Smith. Smith gets away from Harlin. May get a yellow year.
Yeah, good strength actually.
The referee follows him, and Smith's done well there.
Yeah, superb. Good
because
turn, Harlin.
As Harlin's run across him, he's caught him with his studs, and Smith hasn't said nothing to the ref. If you're following this, what's the late left peg? And fair dues, nothing intentional, and you know, you see players going down asking for that, Tom. Fair dues to Smith there.
Yeah, his team's well in control of this game at the moment.
11 back for the kick. Nathan Wood and Clutton in the wall. Redmond. Smith puts it into a good area. First header won by Blaine Hudson. Great free kick, he arrowed it in.
Yeah. I mean, I just like Hudson when he comes forward, you know, from central defence. There's always a goal in him, isn't there?
Well, with his height.
Yeah.
6'4", 6'5", McManus. Chizovic never going to get there. Absalom will be favoured for that one. It's a good clearance from the goalkeeper as well. Just trying to force a way back in Wood. If he puts it inside the Clutton, nah, it had to be a square ball. He hooked it forward, a bit more on it and a bit more in. but Clutton is just starting a little bit, trying to unlock that back two.
Yeah, again, good work from Snaith winning that initial header.
But from their first half performance, I think they're better off just trying to play Snaith in, let Snaith go to war, and let Clutton and the likes of Nathan Wood try and get on seconds. Evans.
Yeah, just not quite got the quality in the ball there.
Yeah, maybe. Could have been, but like I said, fair dues to Leo Smith. Connor Roberts. Yorwood clambers over McManus, pats him on the chest to say, sorry, mate. He's giving it the other way, is he? I'm watching the wrong game. I'm officially watching the wrong game.
And McManus is as well.
Look at that. He's got him by the neck. He's got him by the head. He dropped 6'4" on top of him. And the referee says it's the other way.
You tell me how McManus fouled Yorwood there. I do not know. That is amazing.
I'll be having a word with Mr. Markham Jones later on to work that one out. Yorwood wins the header again.
They've got to get the seconds, haven't they?
So it carries on. Which way is this one? He gives it the other way again. Brilliant. Ashley Evans says the referee's definitely right. Just, again, I'm going to leave that one to you this time, Tom.
Well,
I've said enough. Who are you giving that one to?
I'll give that to Ashley Evans. Yeah, a quick word with
but by hook or by crook, they're trying to force their way back in the game. Owen, Yorwood just gives Hudson a little tug when he was in there. He's got to go back in, the bodies are up. Harling on the edge. Well, Davis is waiting to get served up to put it in. He's got to go in. Decent cross as well, not so much pace on it. Yorwood gets miles above Astles.
Has been terrific, to be fair, Yorwood, attacking wise.
We have loads of entertaining and varied digital content published every week on Scorio's account. This week there's a special interview with Ethan Ampadu available on Scorio's YouTube. There's also a behind the scenes look at the interview on TikTok. Follow Scorio on all their platforms. Brilliant interview, Tom. I don't know whether you've seen it this week with Sean and David and Ethan Ampadu.
No, I haven't seen that. I will be watching
One worth watching.
Not a bad substitution here. Ryan Brobble instead of Chiselvich.
Yeah, it could be 1 for 1, or as we know, Brobble never usually stays on the wing. He'll patrol either side or goes at 10. You never know where he's going with a player of that ability. But what a start. That's all about Brobble. Set the attack up straight away. McManus decides to set Nathan Wood up. Smith. Josh Daniels has kept width all that. Since he went back out to the right hand side, Tommy stayed there and he's kept good width, Daniels.
Yeah, they do that really well, to be fair. It's been part of their DNA, hasn't it? TNS playing with lots of width.
Well, Pen-y-bont beat Risco, Conway, Borough, Gresford and Hollywell to get this far.
Hollywood?
It would have to be a Hollywood comeback now. No doubt at all. Corner given or goal kick given. Cardiff City are having a fine day in the Seven-side derby. They're 2-0 ahead against Bristol City, and that could be a massive 3 points this afternoon for Cardiff, down towards the tail end of the championship.
Certainly a result that they need, Mark.
You've seen a couple of weeks ago when Cardiff Met defeated Pen-y-bont 3-2, Tom. We've seen the likes of Sam Jones and company drag these two centre-halves out to the edges and run at them. Nobody's done that today. Like you said, we were maybe expecting that from Nathan Wood and the likes this afternoon. You just haven't asked many questions of him. McManus, what a run that was. Stayed onside, and Absalom done well. Redmond, Routledge wins a second header. Harlan picks up the loose ball.
Certainly better from Pen-y-bont, but don't look like penetrating that goal, do they?
No, I just think like you said, they got more legs in there, and which I think is the only way you can beat TNS. If you play TNS technically and in a passing game, they are the Man City of our league. If you try and rock and roll with them a little bit and play a different way, I think you've got more of a chance. Owen. Owen with a second chance, whips it across the front. Oh, great ball, great ball. That's the lack of a 9, the absolute lack of a 9. That's on a plate, and you have to. I think you have to say something about that, Tom.
Because you've got to be gambling.
9. Chance for 3-0. Williams all the way through. Williams, great save, Absalom. Big chance to put the game beyond Pen-y-bont then. Daniels, Williams, Davis.
Davis had done better there, Mark.
It's Clutton. He has great legs, Clutton. Snaith. Only Clutton up there. Oh, yeah, 1 against 1.
Yeah. No bodies in the box there, Mark. 4 defenders. It's only going to be 1 winner.
Davis, Danny Davis. I think they might be having a word with him, Craig Harrison, because they're 2-0 ahead in the semi-final. I know the way they play with 69 minutes on the clock. I don't want my fullbacks galloping up into the last third. You're 2-0 ahead. You haven't given many chances away all afternoon. I want my back 4 in, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let Brobble do it. Let Daniels do the work up that end. Brobble, Redmond stands over it there. Evans to Wood. Yeah, Danny Davis just clips him from behind and halts the move.
Yeah, good surging run by Williams from midfield. Try to curl it into the far corner there. Again, Leo Smith, brilliant pass into his path. Opens his body out there. And Absalom got the better in there. But Williams has been so influential in midfield for the New Saints.
Yeah, and yet again, Tom, I think we'll pinpoint that again about he does play in punches, Smith. And when he's on the ball, he's a wonderful player.
He's a quality.
Just one tiny bit more of him on the ball.
Yeah.
Little. Clutton gets there before Redmond from behind. Davis whips it in. It's gone beyond Yorworth and the likes, and the break is on. Daniels. Jeffries. I think Griffiths will be obviously not over the moon, but inspired by the last 5 minutes play. They are having a go. Yorworth, I think, is the man who's driving them on.
Yeah, just need a goal, don't they?
I think, has he sent them up as well? I think he sent Yorworth up. He's given him a free roll now, which is good to see. Wood. Harlan just getting there before Smith. Clutton tries to spin his man. Great defending by the big man.
Bit of a mismatch though, man.
Yeah, no, shall not pass, I think is the word, Tom. Davis. Once again back to Absalom. Sam Snaith has got to peel off for that diagonal. There's the ball, and he'll be favourite against Redmond. Wins the flick in behind his Wood. Does he take it on? Good effort. Oh, decent effort. Has to go down as a good save, even though he's left the ball there. But that's more direct, and that's what I want to see more of.
Yeah, certainly. Good little flick on there into space.
Snaith
Wood takes it on the one, and I think keeper scrambling a little bit there.
And Snaith, Tom, peeling off the 2 big men onto one of the smaller fullbacks. Makes sense. I think somebody's just emptied a bin below us on this gantry. And if you heard that noise, it wasn't Tommy collapsing with the It was, I think it was the milk bottles, Tom. Davis picks a pass. Little. McManus again, as you just said, his work rate unbelievable. Brobble usually takes a shot on from there. Didn't this time, bends it. Going on, good work again from York. I think he'll be Pen-y-bont fans man of the match, definitely.
He's got a bit of cramp there.
He has been running up and down a lot the last 20 minutes. Brobble, I think looking back on this, he had the chance to bend it around the goalkeeper, which he usually does, Brobble.
Yeah, I think sometimes you've got to, how can I say, try and fool the goalkeeper. Try to step over the knee and drag back that water quality player.
Yeah, but
Brobble is.
With 73 minutes on the clock, Tom, and it's still a lot of time in football. For me, it just will be labelled at the moment if it stays like this. What a ball. What a great ball from Redmond, and that's from left back. But I tell you what, he's just pulling his back of his leg there, hamstring, if he show the replay, and I would be getting him off now.
Yeah, he's could be coming off, but what a precision pass that, isn't it? In behind, Jeffries there, and a great intelligent run by Declan McManus as well. He'd be disappointed he didn't score there, Mark.
Yeah.
Shot on target.
Well, the ball had beaten the defender, Smith. Smith in midfield. Just gets it out of his feet. Astles, Redmond. Yeah, he needs to leave the field, Redmond. He's in agony with it. If it is a hamstring, Tom, he's only going to do himself a lot of damage in the next 15 minutes. Davis steals one from Routledge. Gee, what a time to get a goal it would be now. Clutton.
With a set piece. Yeah, got to be picking York.
Absolutely.
On these set pieces, Mark.
Try and isolate him, send everybody else in and leave him one-on-one on the back post. But Clutton has done well since going on, Tom.
He has, he's breaking things up a lot.
Very busy. There's a corner shot. 4-1 on corners. Owen, will he think that near post went in, or will he look for York? It's the near post one. Snaith, almost. Good set play. He put it exactly where Sam Snaith wanted it. Did he just get that a little bit too soon?
Yeah, just doesn't quite get enough. He's further there on it. He get the power to direct it back across.
Ash Baker will be coming on, and it will be Dan Redmond to lead the field. Another great performance by Dan Redmond.
Yeah, certainly been very influential. Like I said, a really difficult afternoon for Miles Davis. 2v1, overload down this left-hand side.
This will most probably see a swap in full-back positions. Baker will most probably go to right-back, I think he has, and Danny Davis will just slot in at left-back. It's not the greatest free kick, by the way. Davis. Clutton up against Danny Davis. Clutton again gets his team a corner.
Forces the corner.
Well, Tom, when you bring your substitute on and you bring him on with 25 minutes to go, especially somebody as young as him, you say your last words, go and make something happen. Go and make something happen.
Yourself. Just
and he has.
Yourself,
And he has. The lad's done well. Kane Owen. Will it be the same one, or will he definitely go for York, who's on the back post with Danny Davis? York's the target this time. On the edge of the box, Ash Evans. Cornered again, pressure being built.
Okay, great block there though by Blaine Hudson. Came out really sharpish there to close down Ashley Evans on the edge of the box. Good punch as well, initially by Connor Roberts.
Owen. York again on the far post with Danny Davis. Near post ball, Hudson gets a first header. Routledge to Leo Smith. Is it keep ball or trying to score on the break? Tries to score on the break. It's Nathan Wood will pick it up. Wood. Clutton again, drives forward. Clutton, all the way from Clutton. Oh, he almost unlocked him. Chance. Owen fires it across. It'll run out of play though. But it's Clutton the danger man at the moment, and he just couldn't get his shot off.
Yeah, he does really well there. Clutton just takes on defenders there. Goes past Smith initially. Steps over. Leaves Astle on his backside. Just failed to get his effort away there though.
Yeah.
And the rebound lands there.
Well, if he
for Miles Davis, who raises it into the defender.
Since the intervention of Harling and Clutton, Tom, I think we had a word about it at the start. It's just a little bit more legs about the Pen-y-bont team. There's a little bit more pace, and they've troubled TNS definitely more since the 2 substitutions have been made. Davis just hooks it out of play.
Just need a goal, don't they? Pen-y-bont. You know,
they got 2 late goals last year, Tom, in the Welsh Cup final. They could produce 2 now in the last 10 minutes. What a difference it could make. But they got to keep peppering that goal area. Harling has dragged Leo Smith out wide. Robbill. You don't want to be back-heeling balls when you're 2-0 up in the semi-final on the edge of your box. Even somebody as majestic as Ryan Brobble. Little. Yorwood's in there waiting for it. Should have gone in. Goes in the second time, headed away. Daniels. McManus versus Evans. McManus was second favourite to get there, but he got there. And that backs your argument about his work rate. Declan McManus's work rate.
Yeah, he's just not a goal scorer. He's a lot more than that. Leads the line really well.
It's a big stat if they win it again, Thomas. 16 times. When you play the team 16 times, you usually, you know, they've been brilliant the last few weeks against TNS, but on the day, the second goal for me is the one which really has separated these 2 teams.
I'm sure when you speak to how this develops.
Chance, Clutton. Can he get a shot off now? Hudson. Big challenge from Clutton. He's left one in there. He'll get it yellow. He's a 6'5". The small man's put the big fella down. There's no doubt about it. Showing a little bit of fire in his belly. That's what you want to see off you.
Yeah, it goes in. Foot just over the ball there.
Yeah, he hasn't left it really high, has he? He's just...
No.
The big man Hudson stays down like he's been smashed by Vinnie Jones.
He'd definitely know it, wouldn't he? If he had been smashed by Vinnie Jones.
Next Friday night, our live game online and on your smart TV is the new Saints against Bala. It could be a prelim to the Welsh Cup final. It's the 1000th game for TNS in the league, and the game where they will hope to step closer to their 15th championship. And out of them 1000 games in the league, Tom, I hope they forget the 25 times they beat me as a manager. How about you? 25 or 30?
I'm not too sure, Mark. Quite a few, that's for sure.
And I hope Mike Harris is not listening.
Yeah, but you've got to remember, is Mark, I was there when they got their first trophy.
Oh, they're in here. Well, Davis has gone over the ball. Brobble. Daniels is on the far side for his hat-trick. Brobble. Yeah, party tricks not wanted at this stage of the game. Craig Harrison below us is pulling his hair out down there. Yeah, it's a lovely drag back, but if you're going to drag back like that, Tom...
Yeah, but to be fair, Mark, the drag back gets him into a better position, doesn't he? Okay, he fluffs it, but a brilliant bit of skill. That's what you would have wanted to watch on a Saturday afternoon, isn't it? A bit of skill, a bit of quality like that.
I think you've got to seal the deal, mate, and put the game to bed then.
Okay, fair enough.
Daniels was 10 yards to the side of him for his hat-trick.
He's obviously very confident in his fellow players that they're going to see the game out.
Well, 82 minutes on the clock, and like we said in the first period, it hasn't been a semi-final played at the tempo the semi-final was played at last night, unfortunately. But it's been TNS most probably doing what they're good at, getting a couple of goals, keeping the ball. McManus wants to get back on the action. Yorworth. Keeper of the shout. Flag goes up for the corner.
Probably should have capitalised on that ball there. Little thought he was going to come for it, and bit of a mix-up, and they give him the corner away.
All 11 back again for Pen-y-bont. It just must be the set call for their routines. Brovel, Hudson, Astles and company in the middle waiting. Great headed away by Davis. He heads it away 25 yards. Routledge. Will Brovel go back in early? Puts it in the second time. Harlan heads away this time. Snaith. Daniels. Brilliant from Daniels. The 2-goal hero of the afternoon tracks back 40 yards and wins the tackle in midfield.
Must be knocking on the door for being man of the match, but for me, Williams has been pretty much the main man.
Yeah, I think I'll just edge with the man with the brace. But Davis, yeah, should have gone in earlier again. He's had a first chance, he had a second chance. Brovel, Smith, was wonderful from Smith, just spun his marker. Daniels at Jeffries. The obvious thing was to run him down in the corner and eat up some time, Tom, and that's what he done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ashley Evans will be coming off while they're going for Billy Borge. Evans, just a slight limp there. Borge. Interesting to see whether he goes back in there now when they send Yorworth up the top. That's what I would do. You know, you're 2-0 down in the semi-final. You've got 5 minutes left on the clock. Yeah.
The scoreline doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter now, Tom. Throw the big man up top. See if you can just get back in the game by hook or by crook. TNS will be the kings of just holding the ball in the corner. McManus, they'll just be looking to get another corner or another throw in. Don't expect this to come flashing out of here. Jeffries in his hooks are clear. So pushing her back, definitely for Smith. Yeah, Yorworth has gone up the top, by the way. It'll be Kano, and I would send Jeffries up for this as well. 5 minutes to go. Amborge, high line. He's got to put it right in there. Hudson. Brovel with that little bit of quality just gets it wide to Daniels. Daniels with Baker overlapping him. Routledge. Surely not Routledge driving all the way through. Oh, it's a great save in the end. Don't think I've ever seen John Routledge do that in this league. But he drove his way through and got the shot off. And it's a good save by Absalom in the end. Your man in midfield there, Danny Williams, makes another great interception. What a game he's had.
I think he panicked there, didn't he, a little bit? Routledge, yeah, when he found himself.
Did he realise how far he got?
Yeah. He's getting a bit dizzy. You can see it. Oops.
That would have gone in. He'd been talking about that for the next few months. Sun trying to break out now at Richmond Park. Yorworth on the far post, can Little pick him out, puts it into a good area.
Oh,
Baker did enough just to put Yorworth off then.
Yeah, just got underneath it there, didn't he? The big man playing Hudson there.
Daniels gets the Welsh man of the match from Malcolm Allen. But I will allow you to have your red button man of the match, Tom, and it's Danny Williams.
Yeah, but you know, fair play to Daniels there. One thing about him there, he just didn't panic, did he? Kept calm. You know, weaving his way into the box there, helped by the goalkeeper's indecision.
Harlan. Cardiff City win the 7-side derby 2-0, which should pull them further away from the relegation area. Good luck to all the other Welsh teams this afternoon. Absalom. Davis, Miles Davis hooks it on. Danny Davis. So, after these, that's such a tight game, as said Tom, we were at this week. Would you say Pen-y-bont were better last week than this week?
I think so, Mark, to be honest. Yeah, last week, but different games, some different personnel this afternoon, and no two games are the same. So, yeah, but you have to take today's game as a cup semi-final. Probably, I think the Pen-y-bont players, probably a bit of nervousness, probably cost a bit of energy. A lot of them are struggling. They weren't struggling last Saturday, they're struggling a bit physically towards the end of this game.
Yeah, because there's so much on this game. Absolutely. I get what you're saying. Yeah, you lose a league game, okay, you lose a league game and you go again next week. But you lose a cup game, a semi-final, and simple scenario is you're out of the cup. And TNS, with all that experience, just produced again when needed to.
I think Astor's a nice bit of acting there.
He has to be careful. He's up against Clutton again. Otherwise, he's got the yellow as it is.
Just running the clock down as well on the New Saints.
Yeah.
No rush here. Probably get about 4 minutes, won't we, end of this?
Well, the double is well and truly on, Tom, for TNS. It's only Colin Caton's ballot, by the way. But we think the league is a given thing now. They're going to win the league in the next 2 weeks.
Well, that's definite, Mark, isn't it? You know, let's be honest. If they didn't win the league now, it'll be the biggest shock in Welsh football history, I think.
It could be a great final as well. With Ballard and
a lot of football do you play before then, though, Mark?
Yeah. 4 added minutes, you were right.
Let's not forget, there's a lot of European places to be played for, so no teams won't be stopped playing now until the end of the season.
He's in, pulls it back across. There's a great header away from Jeffries. Williams again in a 50-50, gets there first. Grovel, he's been in this situation a couple of times since coming on, gets the shot off again. Borge closes it down. Clutton. Harlan. Yeah. Owen had made the run but stopped the run. Yeah, you're most probably right in what you're saying. Got to go again. Pen-y-bont now. Some big games coming up next week. Again, a good encounter Friday evening, I think, is Cardiff met in Newtown. All entertaining games now, Tom, from here on in.
The thing is as well, Mark, they're all 6 pointers, aren't they? Teams are desperate to be third, second, fourth, fifth. Nobody wants to be sixth.
And by God, haven't we got a fair old battle down the bottom of the league as well?
Oh,
who is going to join Airbus UK?
6 points.
Big
between Carnarvon on the top and Aberystwyth second bottom. So
absolutely
plenty to play for. Haverfordwest visit Aberystwyth next Saturday. Big match starts.
Yeah, all great games. Plenty to play for, like you said. McManus offside, he's straight into the offside position, but it's all, like you said, he's eating the time up. He just knocks it behind. He'll get a yellow card for his antics there, Will Baker. I think we're in for a cold spell this week, as the weathermen predict, but the TNS changing room will be boiling hot after the game. They're in another cup final.
Yeah, absolutely.
And no matter how many times you've been in them, it's a bit of magic. Cup finals are all about magic. You want to be in them.
It's a big occasion, Mark.
Yeah, definitely.
No wonder players are, Pen-y-bont players will be probably pretty distraught that they've lost this afternoon's encounter.
Little Yarworth with a knockdown. Seconds he's looking for. Tell you what, towards the end of the season, if Griff was struggling for a centre forward, I think he could do a lot worse than Chuck Yarworth up there,
Yeah, certainly won the aerial battles.
Jeffries. Davis, one touch.
Good defending there, though, from Danny Davis. Stopping the cross, that's what you're looking for, you know, from your full-backs.
Yeah, that's what Danny is. Danny is a good defender, isn't he? That's what he's best at. He might not be a Glenn Hoddle when he's on the ball, but he's a superb defender. Absalom. So summing up, Tom, with a couple of minutes to go. Oh, this is another one of those strange decisions.
Well, actually, you can see Kane Owen running into the player. That is a foul.
It's given in the other way. That
Yeah,
Craig Harrison is going berserk down in front of us. Here we go again.
What's this?
Eye on the
Yeah,
ball,
the ball.
a bit. That's a foul
Yeah.
by Kane Owen.
Yes,
and the
100%.
referee gives it the other way.
Because he never played football.
Owen. Great header away, and he'll get the free kick this time. Superb header away by the substitute. Overall then, Tom, just about a deserved win by the TNS.
It's a definite deserved win.
Untroubled, really.
Yeah. I mean, Connor Roberts had 2 saves to make. One in the second half from Wood at his near post, good volley. Other than that, it's been pretty much a routine victory for the New Saints.
Yeah, it hasn't been the most entertaining of encounters, but again, TNS do enough to get over the mark, and they will make the 134th Welsh Cup final against Ballertown somewhere in April. 2 goals by Josh Daniels give the Oswestry Giants their Welsh Cup final spot. Look out for the highlights on Scorio on Monday evening. The final score at Richmond Park is Pen-y-bont 0, TNS 2. Shawnee David will be interviewing Craig Harrison in a couple of seconds' time. Please hold on for the interview with Shawnee.
Craig, huge congratulations. A pretty efficient win in the end.
Yeah, it was. You know, we knew Pen-y-bont weren't going to make it easy. There's a final up for grabs. You know, everyone loves finals. You know, and if you don't, then you shouldn't be involved with football. So, but we probably could have made it a little bit easier for ourselves when the game was getting stretched. Pen-y-bont had to go for it. We've had 3 or 4 great opportunities, one-on-ones to kill a game off of 3 completely.
Do you feel that you forced them to make some mistakes during that game?
Yeah, I think it was a bit of good play and a bit of high tempo forcing people into mistakes. But you know, we were clinical in the first half of the 2 opportunities we had. Second half, not so clinical, and then it could have been a bit more comfortable for us.
I've got to ask, Josh Daniels is a name we don't often mention, I've got to say. Craig, 2 goals for him this afternoon. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, look, Josh is a winger by trade. You know, in through circumstance early on in the season, he had to play right back, and he's done really well. And he suits where he gets up and down the line. I'm really pleased for him.
And Bala in the final, Craig. You're actually playing them next week, so you've got a nice little dress rehearsal.
Yeah, it will be. You know, I'm still pretty. I've still got it in my memory where they stopped me from doing the treble 16, 17. So yeah, we want to win the cup.
But Craig, go and enjoy the celebrations. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Diolch I Craig Harrison. Mae fe'n cofio bod nhw wedi methu gwneud y treble wrth gwrs bod e'n cofio double sydd ar ei feddwl e tymor yma. Ewn ni am egwyl, dewch nhw ato ni'n yman.
Ti di dod ar bibs?
Screwfix Sprint, a noddy pêl-droed ar S4C. Screwfix Sprint, a noddi pêl-droed ar S4C.
Croeso nôl, seren y gêm, seren y sioe i'r seintiau. Josh Daniels, dyma'r ail gol yn erbyn Pen-y-bont. Dwi ddim oedd y sgôr tyddol, mor syml o hynny. Iddo fe, dewch i ni glywed gan y dyn i hun. Ar ôl ni gadarnhau i chi, y rownd derfynol. Dyma hi, ni'n ailadrodd rownd derfynol y cwpl o dymhorau yn ôl. Y seintiau newydd yn cwrdd ar bala atha hi ar y pnawn hanesyddol yna. Y bala sydd wedi codi un cwpan yn barod tymor yma. Fel o'n i'n gweud, Josh Daniels, seren y gêm. Mae fe gyda Sioned.
Josh, you've booked yourselves a place in the Welsh Cup final. 2 goals for yourself. That's not a bad afternoon, is it?
Yeah, I haven't scored many this year either, so it's been nice. You know, credit to them. They've done well against us every time this year, and it's been good battles. So, like you say, it was about getting into the next round, and thankfully, you know, I got the 2 goals, and we're in a final.
Yeah, talk us through the 2 goals. What were the emotions when you scored?
Yeah, just a bit overwhelmed. The gaffer told me to start shooting more, so it's paid off. But no, you know, obviously I was a winger beforehand, and I've played a lot last year, and at wing back and right back. But it was just, you know, a mixture of emotions getting the 2 goals.
And I've got to ask, today it didn't get off to the best start because the bus broke down and you guys had to get taxis to the ground all the way from Swansea.
Yeah, you know, obviously these things happen in football sometimes, and you know, we have to come on and do well and perform. So at the end of the day, I think we made a good credit of ourselves.
And you've got a tasty cup final against Bala Town to come. Just how much are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah, buzzing. You know, obviously it's my first Welsh Cup final, so you know I'm absolutely delighted and bring it on. I think, you know, who doesn't want a final? So.
Well, Josh, you are our player of the match. Huge congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers.
It's tipyn o bnawn iddo fe. Dim yn enw anghyfarwydd, ond mae gymryd opsiynau. Ni'n enwi Declan McManus, Ryan Brobl, mor aml. Mae'n eich bod rhywun arall yn camu fyny fel petai.
Yndi, mae'n braf o safbwynt y seintiau. Mae yna gymaint o enwa sydd wedi bod yna ers gymaint o amser fel ti'n sôn. Mae'n neis bod chdi'n clywed gan rhywun sydd yn edrych ymlaen at i rownd derfynol cyntaf. Felly mae'r cyfuniad yna o y profiadol a'r newydd wastad yn bwysig. Mae'r tîm yn gorau addasu fel mae'r tymor yn mynd ymlaen. Gath o gêm dda chwarae teg, ond mae'n gorau gwneud gormod i sgorio 2 gol, ond mae hynna'n stori arall.
Ie, ni wedi cael digon o ymateb ar ddiwedd y gêm. Ni wedi cael ymateb hapus gan y seintiau newydd. Diddorol gweld be fydd gan reolwr Pen-y-bont i'w ddweud. Mae Rhys Griffiths gyda Sioned.
Rhys, ultimately a difficult afternoon. What's the main emotion right now?
Well, disappointment, obviously, and frustration, really. Yeah, I just felt like we didn't take an opportunity today.
You mentioned frustration. Frustrating to concede the goals that you did in the manner that you did this afternoon?
Yeah, I thought the only difference between the 2 teams really were that we gifted them 2 goals and they didn't gift us anything. You know, they're going to have spells of possession, that's what they are, but I think, you know, that we gifted them 2 goals first half, and the second one in particular is very frustrating because you've got to stay in the game. Second half, I thought, you know, we dominated really. Obviously they're always going to counter and things, but yeah, just frustrating that we didn't take an opportunity today to really put them under massive pressure by keeping a clean sheet.
Considering it was such a momentous occasion, a place in the final up for grabs, did you expect more from your players?
Oh, they've given 100% constantly throughout the game, no doubt about that. Obviously we lacked a little bit of quality at times, and that's frustrating as well, but no, I don't think they couldn't have given any more, but they just need to find that extra 5% worth of quality.
I know it's been a tricky couple of weeks. What can you take from this period to go in to the phase of the season, if you like, to make sure that you finish as strongly as possible?
No, look, we've just got to keep going, haven't we? We're in a great position in the league at the moment, and playoffs. Other than today, we're unbeaten in this year. We've got to keep going. I believe we can go unbeaten to the rest of the season. If we do that, there's a very good chance we're going to finish in Europe.
Rhys, thank you for your time. Diolch yn fawr.
Thank you. Cheers.
Rhys Griffiths, mae'n ddiddorol nawr, ni'n gwybod pwy sydd yn y rownd derfynol. Mae clwb sy'n drydydd yn mynd i Ewrop. Felly, ond mae'r pwyntiau yna, falle mae yna'n gysgo dros i pen. Beth am y sylwadau yna? Yr unig gwahaniaeth rhwng y 2 dîm oedd y 2 gamgymeriad, a bod wedi rheoli'r ail hanner hefyd, a'i just emosiwn rheolwr o ddiwedd gêm. Chi'n cytuno dy'r sylwadau?
Dwi'n anghytuno o ran rheoli'r ail hanner. Mae'n hawdd weithiau i'r Seintiau Newydd adael i Pen-y-bont weld digon o'r bêl. Maen nhw'n 2 gol ar y blaen. Sawl croesiau sy'n mynd i fewn i'r cwrt cosbi o safon, sawl cyflaw ti'n ei greu. Seintiau Newydd gafodd y cyfleoedd gorau yn yr ail hanner. Felly, Dwi'n meddwl bod ni'n gallu twyllio'n hynna'n chydig bach o feddwl yn ôl i rownd derfynol tymor dwytha 2 gol hwyr. Y gwir ydy, mae'n 2 gêm fawr rwan rhwng y 2 glwb yma. Mae'r Seintiau wedi ennill y 2 gêm yn eitha cyffyrddus. Ac does o ddim diffyg parchu Pen-y-bont. Seintiau di'r tîm gorau yn y gyngrair, ond mae gen nhw chydig bach o bellter i gair bwlch na'n bendant.
Ie, falle bod ni'n disgwyl, chi'n disgwyl gormod, ond chi'n anghofio, maen nhw'n glwb newydd Pen-y-bont sydd wedi gwneud yn wych, ond dim ond cwpl o dymodau, maen nhw wedi bod yn y gyngrair, felly mae be maen nhw'n gwneud, maen nhw'n gwneud i cael eu canmol, o falle bod e ddim yn sioc pan maen nhw methu cweit cymryd y cam nesaf yna. Maen nhw wedi bod yn gret, a da ni'n mwynhau gwylio nhw, o'n i sôn cyn y gêm, weithiau mae'n neis gweld y tîmau gwahanol yn y rownd derfynol, bod yna enillwyr gwahanol yn cael ei dwylo ar y tlws yma. Felly dyna pam da ni'n gobeithio bod yna rhywbeth yn digwydd gan Pen-y-bont sydd efo chwaraewyr cyffroes, ond dwi'n meddwl y Seintiau newydd, pan ti'n rhoi nhw o dan chydig bach o bwysau yn y gema mawr, maen nhw jyst yn gwybod sydd i ffeindio'r ffordd. Un peth chi'n gallu cytuno gyda Rhys Griffiths, 2 gamgymeriad yn arwen at y 2 gol, a falle allech chi ddadle, gallai fod yn ddisgwr regwyl, dwi'n pêl-droed ddim mor syml â hynny, ond dyn nhw bendant ddim wedi helpu hunain. Na, ond fydd o jyst yn golygu nad ydy o'n cysgu yn dda heno, de. Pan mae'n dod lawr i gangymeriadau, pan ti'n gwneud bob dim arall yn iawn o ran paratoadau, ti'n jyst yn meddwl, jyst yr hanner eiliad na sydd yn gwahaniaethu y tîmau da iawn ar gweddill. A da ni'n gweld yma mae'n amddiffynol, golgeidwad yn gwneud y penderfyniad i ddod allan ar yr adeg anghywir yn lle aros efallai a gadael i'r amddiffyn ddelio efo fo. Dyma di'r eiliadau holl bwysig. Gall Pen-y-bont i cyfleon. Dim llawer ohonyn nhw, ond eiliadau pwysig. Ond oedden nhw methu cymryd i cyfleon nhw fel y dyn yma, Josh Daniels. Ser yn y gêm, fel o'n i'n sôn, y gwyddel, Josh Daniels, yn cael y 2, o'n i'n sôn am yr camgymeriadau, y cyfleoedd, mae'n ddrwg, cyfleoedd Pen-y-bont. Cyn i weld nhw nawr, mi oedd yna gwpl o gyfleoedd, ac sy'n gweld sut mae pethau'n gallu newid mewn gêm. Eto, dwi ddim mor syml â hynny, ond mae un o'r ein yma mewn, mae'n gêm wahanol. Yn union, hwn oedd y cyfle mawr, de. 1 gol ar y blaen, neu 1 gol ar ei hôl i Pen-y-bont. Yn agosau at yr hanner, Whitmore yn cael y cyfle yma. Ti'n meddwl, os maen nhw'n mynd i fewn, 1 ar 1. Sa'i hyder nhw'n tyfu gymaint. Ac yn meddwl, rwan di'r amser i gymryd mantais y Seintiau newydd o bosib. Peidio cymryd y cyfle, maen nhw'n ildio wedyn, a mae wastad yn mynd i fod yn anodd. A ti'n jyst yn meddwl, reit, gyda fama gan Wood, gafodd gêm dawel iawn. Ydy hynna'n rhywbeth yn bersonol iddo fo, neu'n dactegol fel tîm, bod heb gael y gorau allan un o chwaraewyr mwy o talentog. Cymysgedd o'r ddau, swn i'n ddeud, ond yn sicr ymosodwyr Pen-y-bont jyst ddim wedi rhoi amddiffyn y Seintiau newydd o dan dim pwysau o gwbl. Dwy ar gyda'r targed gan Pen-y-bont, maen nhw'n dweud y cyfan am hynny. Yndi chwarae teg, a ti wedyn, o ran y Seintiau newydd, mae'r chwaraewyr i gyd yn perfformio, y golgeidwad wedyn yn y fan ar lle, chwarae teg i Conor Roberts, da ni wedi beirniadu y dyn yna digon mewn cyfnodau, ond arbediadau gwych, campus gan y fo, sy'n gwneud siŵr mae dim o sy'n mynd i'r ffeinal. Ie, dyrch chi glwg ar un o'r chwaraewyr y Seintiau. Nesa, tipyn o blawn i Leo Smith sy'n gyda Sioned. Leo, dyw gemau yn erbyn Pen-y-bont ddim fel arfer yn hawdd, ond oedd hi'n berfformiad eitha di-ffwdan mas na i chi heddi?
Oedden ni'n gwybod o'n i angen dod yma heddiw a ni'n siŵr da ni'n cadw clean sheet a nathon ni yna. Nathon ni'n chwarae mor dda fel ni isio, mae cae yma. Mae'n reid neis, actually. Mae'n eitha ar y bounce a ni, ond na, mae'n just dod i arfer a dod gemau erbyn Pen-y-bont. Nhw'n treitio peli hir fewn i sneth neu beth bynnag sydd yna. Na, oedd hi'n gêm anodd, ond da ni'n falch o yn drwad i'r ffeinal. Wnaethon ni siarad gyda ti yng nghanol yr wythnos ar bodlediad sgorio. Ti'n sôn bod rhaid i chi fod yn fwy clinigol, bod eisiau cymryd mwy o gyfleon. Ti'n teimlo wnaethoch chi hwnna heddi? Do, dwi'n meddwl. 2 cyfle gathon ni yn y hanner gyntaf. Dwi'n meddwl allan sy'n wedi gallu eitio'r targed fi un, ond na, dwi'n falch bod Josh Daniels i sgorio ffrind bach fi fan'na. Mae bo'n cic nes wythnosau bod o'n cael chances i sgorio, na, dwi'n falch heddiw. Ie, mae rai fi ofyn am Josh, achos fel wedys ti, dwi ddim yn sgorio lot. Pa mor bles fi ti bod wedi sgorio 2 heddi? Na, mae'n wych o ble ar dwi'n fawr o dyma. Mae'n bod yn chwarae right back i ni a winger ydi o'n wreiddiol, ond dwi'n meddwl bod o'n hapus i cael chwarae fan heddiw, nath o ddangos beth yn gallu gwneud i ni heddiw. Wel i allan gyfarchiadau, welwn ni ti yn y ffeinal. Diolch fawr iawn. Leo Smith yn ddyn bodlon, maen nhw'n y rownd derfynol, balan disgwyl amdanyn nhw yn y rownd derfynol ar ôl y gêm na neithiwr. Dyma'r goliau eich unwaith eto, Ddowain Tudur Jones yn gwylio yn y gêm yma. A reit ar y dechrau, cic honna mynd ar y blaen, Harry Franklin yn ei charu. Y ddau yma wedi cwrdd yn rownd derfynol cwpan y gyngrair
hefyd, mae'n anorfod, 12 tîm sydd yn y gyngrair Owain yn amlwg. Maen nhw'n nabod i gilydd. Felly beth yw'r gwahaniaeth pan mae'n dod i gemau fel hyn?
Just y moment mawr yn de, pa chwaraewyr sydd yn gallu cadw'r penna yn yr eiliadau holl bwysig a chwarae teg i'r bala neithiwr. Falle pan mae'n ambell un yn ei cwestiynu nhw'n enwedig yn mynd ar ei holi yn y gêm, oedden nhw ddigon da, a mi oedden nhw. Felly beth sydd ganddyn nhw rwan ydy tîm profiadol. Oes mae yna ddigon o egni o fewn y tîm, mae yna lot o brofiad yn hyn bala rwan o ran amddiffyn. Bendant yn ganol cae, boes fel Dave Edwards, Chris Venables wrth gwrs hefyd, Kieran Smith sy'n gwybod y teimlad, nabod y teimlad o sgorio gol fuddigol mewn rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru. Felly mae ein yn mynd i roi gêm i'r Seintiau Newydd. Seintiau bendant bydd y ffefrynna wrth gwrs, ond efo'r chwaraewyr dwi'n newydd enwi ac ambell un arall, mae'n mynd i fod yn grachar do.
Mae yna straeon dros y lle hefyd o ran y rownd derfynol sydd ar y ffordd. Mae'r bala yn mynd am dwbl o ran y cwpanau. Maen nhw'n cwrdd nos Wener a'n gêm fyw nesa ni. Yn fyw ar-lein ar eich teledu clyfar yng Nghartre'r Seintiau. Milfed gêm nhw'n y gyngrair gyda llaw. Lot o sôn wedi bod yma'n Brystwyth o Dre Newydd. Y cyntaf i wneud hynny, am fer y cyntaf drwch blewyn. Ond mae bala yn mynd am 2 gwpan. Y Seintiau yn mynd am y dwbl, a mae'r ail dymor yn ôl. Mae Craig Harrison wedi sôn yn barod, mae fe'n cofio colli rownd derfynol. Na'n amlwg, achos i gêm ola fe, ond nhw'n mynd am y treble. Felly, mae'n teimlo fel bod tipyn ar hon.
Bendant. Ac y gwir ydy, mae'n gret gweld y straeon, ond i sôn yn gynharach faint pa mor neis ydy gweld tîmau gwahanol yn cystadlu. Ond yn aml iawn, ti eisiau gweld y goreion hefyd. A dros y blynyddoedd dwytha, Seintiau'r Bala yn dau o'r goreion yn gyson. Ac dwi'n edrych ymlaen yn fawr iawn i weld pwy fydd yn cael y gorau ohoni. Yn amlwg mae dal yn brifo Craig Harris yn y profiad yna. Os mae dal yn meddwl amdani'r holl flynyddoedd wedyn, da ni gyd angen rhywbeth i'n gwthio ni'r lefel nesaf. Dyna sydd yn ei gario fo yn amlwg ac fydd hi'n dipyn o gêm.
Edrych mlaen. Anton, diolch am y cwmni, pnawn mae Owain. Dyna ni felly, mae'r cwpan fan hyn, ond ble fydd e ar ddiwedd y tymor? Diwedd mis Ebrill, yn y bala, neu yng Nghroi Soswell. Gewch chi'r ateb fel arfer ar sgorio wrth gwrs. Diolch yn fawr iawn am eich cwmni. Hwyl